What's up, everybody? It's your boy Chad Lawson here with my very first podcast, live stream, whatever you want to call it. Frequently asked questions. I'm a photographer located in Atlanta, as you may know. And I got the idea to do this because I get a lot of questions from aspiring photographers that, they ask me, how did you go about getting models when you first started? Not getting models, but getting models to shoot with you. How did you go about creating a team, X, Y, Z? And it's like, not that I get tired of answering that. It's just I get asked a lot. So I'm like, well, let me put together this podcast to kind of do that. And during my last photographer workshop, me and the models who are actually here, they were part of my workshop, we were talking about it, and, they get asked the same thing, but from a modeling perspective. So I thought of putting this together. That's why it's called Frequently Asked Questions, because we get asked these questions a lot. I just want to, drop gems, for the community and help aspiring models, photographers out. Hopefully they learn something from this experience. But to get started, we're going to introduce my models. We'll first start with Imani.
I love that you got that right. Hi, guys. My name is Imani. I am a fashion and editorial model based here in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm from Michigan, though. Let me put that out there.
She real fire shoveling snow. I was messing with you.
Oh my gosh. What's up? My name is Ayreana. I'm as well a high fashion model. I'm originally from Pennsylvania, but I've been in Atlanta now for 3 years, I believe. But yeah, I'm excited, ready to get into these questions.
I know.
And,
You was a Wiz Khalifa fan?
No.
Oh.
Well,
Wow.
I ain't gonna. I mean, he had bangers back in the day, like like a Bob.
You got some Chuck Taylors?
I did.
Yeah, you wanted that.
I did.
You used to be like black and yellow, all that. We do have another model. She's running a little late. She'll be here. I'll shame her when she walks in. We're gonna clap for her. But Ashley India is on the way. She'll be here in a minute. But let's go ahead and get started. Really get into what we came here for. I guess I'll just kind of start it off with, how should we do this? We go back and forth because I want y'all to ask me questions too.
I think it should just be really started on, like, what your start was when it comes to either modeling or photography. I like to give the people a good base. You know what I'm saying?
Like how we started.
Yeah.
I hate that idea.
Why?
All right, I'm just kidding.
He hates it because I said it. That's the thing. It's only because I said it.
I actually
and
think
you can say your journey.
I think we should start off by saying, how we got into modeling, photography. It really goes. What you think is a good idea?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Glad I thought of that. All right, so I'll kind of start. When I started photography was a long time ago, in 2011. Went to college, took pictures at college parties. Then I moved to Atlanta eventually, and then that's really when it started, like the actual like studio photography, things like that. Because in college, they were your friends. You could just ask your friend to shoot, but a lot of them weren't actually like models. When I got to Atlanta, it was rough. People, you DM people. I mean, I don't blame them. The work was trash. I mean, it is what it is. You go through the cycles.
Right.
You finally get that one person that bites that really needs pictures, and it's like they're willing to work with you because they need pictures, and they may not be trying to pay or whatever. Mm-hmm. But you get that person that you pretty much can grind with.
Right.
And I found that person. I found an agency, and then from there, it was a specific model. We just kind of hit the ground running. And that model had a lot of following, which helped me out to, attract more people over and over and over. So the rest is history. So that's kind of how I got my start.
Okay.
What about you, Imani?
I would say, so I went to Alabama A&M in Huntsville, Alabama, and I started like really taking modeling serious when I was there. I did it when I was in high school, but when I got to school, I really wanted to like take it serious. So I started getting into it, but I was really focused on school at the time. And I think that through life and through just lessons of life and growth, I really was able to see that I really wanted to pursue modeling like full on. So I ended up leaving school going into my junior year and moved out here to Atlanta. And it was definitely like tough at first, like trying to get in the swing of things. And I feel like for me, I was doing makeup at the time. So it was kind of like a good way to get in, but still have my like hand in doing makeup as well. And then I kind of just started putting myself out there. Like I started just when a photographer would need like a model and like post on their page, like, oh, I need a model. I would like always reach out. How me and Chad came in contact. Like he just needed a model for a concept. And this was like, I think my first or second shoot with like a real professional photographer at the time. And I just like commented. I was like, oh, I'll do it. And I had like the chest piece tattoo, and it just kind of like aligned that we ended up working together, and we've kind of been locked in ever since. That was like 3-4 years ago. So it's been a journey, you know.
That's crazy.
That is.
It's a long time ago.
That's a long time ago.
Like, I just moved into my house, I think, because we shot like down the street from my house.
Yeah.
I was driving.
In the middle of a field.
I stay in the country, but I was driving past, and I'm like, oh, I could do a shoot here. But that's dope. What about you?
Mine is, it's like the same but the opposite. So like how you said, like with school, like I went to North Carolina A&T.
Okay.
And for me, because I started like growing more on the influencer route, like with Instagram. So that's kind of how like I started like taking more pictures and like seeing like, okay, I'm like in this industry. And then once I got to college, it just wasn't the vibe. Like it
like
put
as
me,
far as modeling in general.
no, like modeling still was like not the top thing right now. Like right now, like I just graduated. I'm about to go to college. I'm gonna see this experience, see like where stuff takes me. But with that, like my Instagram started to like grow. So I didn't really tap like fully in it yet. And then once I got to college, I did like my first real like photo shoot, and I was like, oh yeah. I was like, I like this a lot. I was like, and it like opened a new, like how I view life, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So with the schooling, I kind of just, I just kind of gave up in a way, like this, I don't really want to, I'm not trying my best. Like I'm not, all that stuff. So once after that shoot, and then like after that shoot, cause I got like real pictures and I posted them, and like my Instagram was like taking off. And then I was like, walking around school like not really satisfied, or like everyone, like it put me in like a sad energy. Like I'm a very like go out for energy people. Yeah. So I just told my mom, I was like, I'm about to drop out. I was like, I can't.
I know she was mad.
She was mad, but like eventually she understood. But so yeah, like I was like, I'm going to pursue in my modeling. And then once I really touched down in Atlanta, like, but I moved when COVID, like, first started. So modeling, like, you know, there was nothing, like, for real. Or, like, you getting there, but, like, you getting paid nothing or all that stuff. So I kind of had it hard, too, in the beginning. And then, like you said, like, I eventually, like, made my connection, started, like, putting myself out there more because, like, I just moved here, so nobody even knew of me yet. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's the same, but it's the opposite for real.
We're so similar in a lot of ways.
It's crazy.
Like, it's really crazy. It really is.
So yeah, that's my little story.
Okay. I actually found out about you through the agency I started working with when I moved up here, TNZ.
Really?
She had, like sent me, because I think you had shot with like B Dot or something.
Yeah,
like
that was, and see, that was like like my first shoot ever was with like Husigi. I don't know if y'all know him, but that was like my first shoot. Yeah, and then I think my second shoot, she picked me for like the TNZ when she was doing like shoots, and she had picked me, and that's when I was still like nervous for real. Like I was still awkward when it came to like the posing, and that's crazy because the first time I think I don't know how I followed you, but I followed you, and then the first time we ever met was at that swim shoot. When you got that Airbnb with it was like 4 other models.
When I was trying to become a videographer, Becky, remember?
Yeah, like it was the first. That was like the first time we actually met, and then from there, then it was like the workshop.
Yeah.
I actually just sent you another question too that just came to my mind when she was talking.
Okay. How long do you Oh, how you pass it? Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. I met. So piggybacking off of that, the agency, Nia. I used to. I ain't we even got into no questions, but I think it's the gym. So when I first moved to Atlanta, DMing people, no response. I think that's before you could see if somebody read your message. So I don't know if they read it or not. This is an old Instagram days. I'm showing my age, but like DM people, sometimes, and like Nia, once she finally followed me on like Twitter, and she followed me on Instagram, but I still could work with her because whatever. I was so happy she followed me, and I was like persistent with this shit. Like I was very like, hey, let me know if you got any models and your models need to shoot, because I had been following them since because the model who I really wanted to shoot with was Salam. She still does her thing, but she's in the other businesses now. But I used to follow her like freshman year. Like I follow, and I still have. It's crazy. I have a folder in my phone with screenshots of stuff from their page from when Instagram doesn't look anything like what it looks like now. And it's like I was like, dang, when I go to Atlanta, I would love to shoot with them. And it's like it happened. Like but it took me over and over me shooting whatever. And one day Nia saw me shoot this brown skin model. She was like, I really like how you did the colors, because I always like saturated colors, things like that. She was like, it's not, people don't really shoot brown skin like that in Atlanta. So then she was like, I want you to shoot one of my girls. This is when I was shooting my apartment. So she sends a girl. I have a rinky-dink apartment. Not my apartment was a rinky-dink.
We're going to get into that.
My apartment wasn't rinky-dink, but
not the white refrigerator.
Oh no! Hold on, I stayed across the street from the Braves stadium. No, I had marble whatever. When I say rinky-dink, I mean
you can't judge a book by its cover, though. That's true.
It's because it was in an apartment with a small backdrop. Because they charge a lot for a small box over there, so it's like it was a small space. I got my dog, wanting to play, all this stuff. But anyway, I made some magic out of the apartment. But she sent the girl over. I did a good job. She started sending more people, and then she was like, hey, I want you to shoot Salam. And I'm like sweating at this point. I'm like, really? What? Like, Salam's in my apartment. I'm nervous. I'm like, it's like I'm nervous because like Salam is Salam. You see what she looks like. But at the same time, it was like, dang, I've been like literally waiting on this moment to shoot this person since I was like a sophomore in college when I found their page, and I been following them for years. And she's in my apartment about to shoot, and I'm just like
you manifested that.
Yeah, so
manifestation is everything.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, so we shoot. She looks at the picture. She's like, "Oh, let me find out you about to do photographer." And that people don't know that. Just hearing that, I was like, couldn't tell me nothing. At that point, honestly, it's been like all gas since then. Like all gas, no brakes.
All gas, no brakes.
I know that's right.
So, but let's get into some of these questions. I got some questions for you.
I know my cup is a little empty. I'm not gonna.
You need some more?
A little bit.
Just please.
Any questions, came in? Any comments? No, y'all ain't commenting on it?
A little selfie. We could take a little selfie.
Oh yeah, I did.
Some more?
Yes.
All right. Let me check out the monitor.
Hold on. We live.
We live.
We live.
All right, let's get into some questions. So, what's a good question? I want to start off with. So, as model, this is a question I get from photographers on how I set up shoots. I'm not going to answer that from a photographer standpoint, but people ask me, how do I go about setting up shoots with models? So I wanted to flip that into y'all and ask, how would you guys like to be approached from an aspiring photographer, whatever, creative director or whatever? How would you like to get approached for a photo shoot, a collab, or whatever? Like how, like what like when somebody DMs you, what turns you off automatically that you're like, I would never shoot with you or whatever, or like what is like, oh my gosh, yeah, I would love to shoot with you. Like we can start with it.
Are we gonna start with me? Okay, so just to be blatantly honest, so I feel like for me personally, like I've worked very hard. I feel like as models, like we work very, very hard. And when you get to a certain point, like I got a little resume on me, you know what I'm saying? Like I got a little resume on me and I've done my thing. So I want respect when you approach me. Like I feel like it should always be a certain level of respect that you enter the situation with. Never approach me on like you're covering it as business, but you're really trying to slide in on me. If you're hitting me up about business, hit me up about business for one. For two, like be very willing and prepared for me to tell you what my rates are, for me to be asking if you're ready to like book the date. Just like if you have your details aligned. I feel like at the end of the day, this is what I do for my money. This is how I eat. This pays my bills. So for me to be so willing to take on a lot of collab projects, especially when it's not really benefiting me in a way that it's gonna like I'm really gaining something out of the situation. I feel like because as models, like people really expect us to do a lot of things for free because they're thinking that we need the work.
Or it's like, sorry to butt in, but like, or we don't, we're just a model.
Or we're just a model. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not what this is. Like approach me accordingly. And I think that you just have to be willing. You have to be willing if you're going to reach out to a model that you can clearly go to my page and see like, all right, she got work.
Right.
Not only do she got work, but like she really knows what she's doing. She has perfected her craft and she's working on perfecting her craft. You have to be like very willing and open to like, all right, I might have to spend some money with this model today.
Right.
So I feel like a lot of times that's where there's like a real discord because people will take that as you feeling some type of way or you like on your high horse, but it's just like, no, like,
yeah,
I've worked for it. So you can pay this. If you really want to work with me, like you can pay for it.
Yeah. Okay. Really quick before I want to like not combat that. Just
I
add
was
something
like, damn, you want to combat that?
No,
that was facts.
No, I'm gonna like say something
Like me and you have had this conversation.
No, I know we have, but I'm gonna put it in perspective from me starting off. But let's clap for Ashley.
Hi.
Hey.
Clap 1, 2.
Real quick, just let people know who you are and how you kind of got started in modeling. Like real quick.
All right, what's up, y'all? I'm Ashley, Ashley.India on Instagram, on everything, really. I got started when I was younger. I'm from Chicago, and my mom, I was like a Disney head, and I really wanted to be on TV. And, like, That's So Raven was my favorite show, and it was the only girl that really kind of, like, was close to looking like me. So I was like, I want to do what she does. I want to be on TV. And my mom kind of like put me in things, and I was like in a lot of print and commercial modeling to start off. And I kind of just been in and out of it, but like when you're passionate about something, you always get pulled back into it.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that's how I got started.
Love that.
We'd love to hear it.
I wish I started younger. I ain't gonna lie.
I wish I started younger too. I'm like, dang, mama, why you never give me?
But
you know what's crazy?
Everyone's journey different though.
You know what's crazy? In elementary school, I had like one of those like very like cheap digital cameras.
LOO camera.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I used to I had a business. I go to church and I would like take people pictures of their headshots. And my mom had a color printer, and I would print them out on color on photo paper.
Is that not such
and
a full circle moment?
They would pay me like $20 or whatever.
That's like a very full circle moment.
Couldn't tell me no. I was a photographer.
Back, you know what I'm saying?
But them pictures blurry as hell. They gave me that $20 though. You know?
I feel like the crazy part is every person when you like look back, especially like those that travel a road that's very like less common, you always find like yourself in your past selves. Like as a child, like I always knew that I would be doing something like what I'm doing now. Yeah. Just through like observing. I feel like now looking back, it's just like, damn.
That's yeah.
Girl, you was really,
I really meant that.
I really meant that.
I was gonna say because like you don't really know what you doing for real, but like you've always been doing it.
Right,
so it's like now you look back, it's like, oh yeah, that's why.
Yeah, like that's why I was doing that. That's why I felt that way when I was watching That's So Raven. That's why I felt that like feeling in my spirit, like things like that. Like it's always just comes back around when you get a little bit older.
But to combat what you just said, not combat.
Why you keep saying combat?
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
When you're first starting off, I will admit I was naive.
Yeah.
So like I used to get the whole reach out to somebody. Oh yeah, I charge this. In my mind, I'm like, girl, I'm paying you shit. Like that's just the
right.
When
it's
you
just being green to the industry. You not really knowing what's up. But I feel like it's also just a level of like, especially here in Atlanta, I feel like a lot of models and a lot of aspiring models, to be like very particular, they do things for free, right? Because they're trying to get the work and they're trying to like build themselves up. But at a certain point, when you go to somebody's page and you can see that they have like, they're bringing in like jobs and income and campaigns, like you have to just know how you're approaching a person because it's not necessarily trying to take it like in a disrespectful way, like, damn, they really playing me. But it's like a lot of times when people reach out to me and they want to collab and I'm like, okay, well, this is my rate. They get offended. Like they are genuinely offended by that. And it's just like, for me, you hit me up. Like you just came out of your way to hit me up and I'm telling you the rate of that.
And I'm not gonna lie, like I understand. So I don't want to sound like I guess I'm not being hip because now I understand. Like now that I do shoots that require like some collab shoots, I may spend I've spent up to $1,000 on a collab shoot.
Yeah.
You would never know.
Yeah.
Because I paid all the makeup artists because I didn't want them to necessarily. Some shoots is like, all right, if I got a makeup artist collab and they want a beauty edit. Some shoots I don't feel like doing a beauty edit.
Right.
This shoot don't come with that. So all right, let me pay them so they ain't asking for nothing because they got what they needed.
Right.
It's like from going from never paying anything for anything, telling a girl pull up, just bring a bag of clothes or whatever, to actually doing an idea, paying the money to 100% perfect that idea. It's like, all right, I understand why if somebody hits you up, especially if it's not going to benefit you, it's like, all right, I charge a collaborate. Yeah. Why? Because I know you don't drive in Atlanta. You gotta get an Uber to get there and from. That may be $40 each way, $80. Yeah. You may get your makeup done for it, or whatever. That collaborate you charge them may just be so you only coming out of pocket. Right. You know, so it's like now younger photographers hit me up and say, hey man, I hit this girl up to shoot and she said this and this. Would you pay that? I said, honestly, brother or sister or whoever it is, I'm like, honestly, I do respect if they did if they said $1,000, I'm like, I don't know, maybe not. But not necessarily saying you're not worth $1,000, but it's like I would tell them that this might not be a wise investment because you need to work with other stuff. But I understand, like, if it's a couple $100, all right, if not, if you don't want to pay them, you need to offer them a ride. Or you may not know them, so they don't want to get in the car with you. So you be like, hey, I'll send you an Uber. Right. I'll have the makeup artist there. Like, you got to have something to come with it because seeing how much production costs and things like that being on set, like, this stuff costs money. Yeah. Even though you're a photographer, and that costs money too, but it costs money for the person to even be there. Right. And then the pictures may not come out anywhere, anything they need. Yeah, so it's like,
especially like if you're like really just still coming up and your level of work is not like what that model is like used to, then you really can't be expecting me to now do this for free because the level of work isn't even the same level of work that I'm used to doing if I was to do a collab with. And then I think that they get confused, like if you do a collab with somebody else, that just doesn't mean that I'm going to do a collab with you because I did a collab with somebody else. That doesn't, that's
it's
just
like
not.
You got a relationship with that person.
I have a real relationship with that person. So
that's what I would say though, because I do, because I'm still obviously, everybody still has always room to learn. But like for me, like I really try to push myself in, like, what I'm doing now. I'm trying to, like, you know, modeling is my main, but, like, kind of steer out that way. And, like, with modeling, I found the love for, like, creative directing and, like, really coming up with concepts and all that stuff. So, on the collaborative point, as a model, I feel like when people, because I do, like, but it does come down to, like, relationships for real, for me. But, like, I have been open to doing collabs, but that's only when I feel like everyone is gonna benefit from this, you know? And like when it comes to, you know, someone hit you up like, hey, I would love to collab with you, and you're like, I'm not really feeling the vibe, you kind of shoot this or that, and it's like you put the rate out. I feel like as the person reaching out, it's like you have to understand that as a model, like especially when there's no makeup artist, especially when there's no hairstylist. There's, we drive in traffic. We have to go, maybe tomorrow I got to go get our nails and toes done. Or so it's like, I feel like they have to understand that it's so much more that comes to just coming to set and being a model beforehand, even getting there. And it's like, I feel like when we're saying our rates, I feel like people get offended or that type of stuff because they don't value you as a model. Yeah. And it's like, just from you saying like, oh, well, actually, this was our budget after I just told you my rate. It's like, you right there, that's disrespectful because now you're saying like, now it's not even, but it's like, I just told you and now you're trying to counteract what I have set in place. So it's like, I definitely understand collabs, and I have done a lot of collabs and I love doing collabs, but when it's not beneficial or it's not a true like concept idea behind it, it's like I don't want to do that or I'm gonna charge you.
There was a situation I wanted to tell y'all.
I was literally just going to say, it's so many situations.
A couple.
Really like, hold on, pause, wait. Do you want something to drink?
Oh yeah.
Yes, please.
Because
like
join the party.
That's what you. That one.
He said or Taylor Port. He's over there drinking Taylor Port. So
Taylor Port.
No one wants that.
Oh, wow.
No one wants.
Is it hot?
I did that one time.
Is it hot?
And I was pretty lit.
It is a little hot.
It's a little hot in here, but it's a little hot.
But it does suck though when like you be excited to work, like say like you've been following this person for a minute and it's like, oh yeah, I've been waiting, and they reach out to you and then it's like, oh well, this is my rate, and they're like, oh well.
Yeah, like, oh well.
It's like, but you obviously seen my potential and like you reached out to me for a reason, and then it's like I'm putting it in place because you're not how you came to me. It's like you're automatically expecting me to be like, oh yeah, I'm down. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you're collaborating, that's why I just feel like for me, it's like it comes down to like the concept. Is this going to benefit me? Is this maybe going to be seen by someone that, puts me on the right path or whatever? But that's for me what it really come down to for real. But
yeah,
what's the story you got?
Okay, so something happened to me recently. And somebody came to me through my friend.
That's how they always play it when they do some bull.
Oh my God. I found you through such and such. Yeah, we're so cool. Da da da. Trying to like really smooth me over. I'm like,
that's already like you doing.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, whatever. But he was just like, I'm coming out with da 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 da. I don't want to put too many details out there, but and he was just like, I'm looking to do this, da 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 da, and I'm like, okay, like, what's your budget?
Right,
like, you know what I mean?
Right
off the top. Oh, I don't really have a budget at this time, but like, I can provide the hairstylist, makeup, wardrobe, everything will be ready for you, and da da da. And I talked to my friend about it because but. She was just like, I think that it would be a good opportunity, like da-da-da, like trying to convince me. And I was like, okay, cool. So I was talking to him about it. We kept, kind of going back and forth. And he sent me a link to book, like set the date. And I'm like, I go to the link. I'm like filling out my information. At the bottom is like, pay to check out.
Goodbye.
And I was like,
oh my gosh, that's the audacity.
And I was
that's
like,
the audacity.
Yeah,
real.
That's OD.
But this is what it was. When I went to click on it, it said $1, right? So I was like, I don't know why it still made me mad. You know what I'm saying? Like,
nah, I'd have been mad.
It still made me mad, right? So I'm like,
I would have been mad.
I was like, this feels like too much. I texted Brad, like, look, this is the date that I picked. It's telling me to put in my card information to pay, da-da-da.
Yeah, I'm not putting in
He's
my
like, yeah, it's $1 to book.
That's giving me scam vibes.
That's giving me very much
scam. $1 to book.
Trying to get my card information.
What are you going to do with the $1?
I'm pretty sure you contacted me. I shouldn't even come. I'm coming out of my gas. I'm coming out of my. This was the thing. He was like, I don't think that I'm going to have the hairstylist and makeup on board, but I'll keep you updated on that and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, things are falling apart.
Yeah, things are literally
that's
falling
locked
apart.
in,
I
hit me
hate
up.
that.
And now you want me to put in my card information
for $1.
it's
$1.
the principle. My friend was like, "You are
It's
so
always-
funny," and I was
it's
like,
never
"I'm sorry, but it
literally-
just really bothered me because I feel like you should have cleared that. I should have saw zeros, if anything. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm
You should give
already
her a promo code or
collabing. I'm
something like
A
already,
promo code for sure.
you know what I mean? Like, I don't know why that did something to me, and I didn't. I'm like, I'm not doing it.
No,
now
I never.
because-
I never understand that when people like reach out to you and then it's just like
They want you to
they
pay
want
for
you to
something.
like come out of
Do
like your,
things.
you know what I'm saying?
Like,
If
yeah.
you reach out to me, I'm not in no way coming out of what I need to
No.
come out of. I'm
Why?
not coming out of my
No.
peace bubble for you
No.
because you
Right.
just reached out to me. You should have came and had your X's and your T's, you know what I'm saying?
Crossed.
Your T's crossed and your I's dotted.
That's what it. I feel like for you, if you want us to come correct, not in no like come correct or but like if you gonna come to me professional and have everything in order, and then I come to you like, oh, I'm professional, all the opposite, it's not gonna work. So it's like if
Right.
you like, and it comes down to the experience. You hit me up for a reason. You seen the potential. You seen what I can do. So it's like for you to message me, and then I would hit you back as a professional, as a model, as these are our businesses, these are our day-to-day lives. Like, it's just, it'd be like, people do be bold though.
Oh
People
my
be
God!
very
The
bold.
story that I
Very,
have,
very
the
bold.
story that I have is so traumatic.
Oh, I thought you was about to talk about that story.
No, that is the story.
Oh,
Wait, let's.
It's so
hold on.
traumatic.
oh God.
Hold on. Let's come back to that. Let's come back to that.
That's bad. That's
Oh my God!
I've
That's the story
never-
of all stories.
I've never.
I do want to kind of come back to something she said about him saying, I don't know, hair, whatever is not available or whatever. What would you, if a photographer wants to shoot with you, collab, right? Let's say his work is dope.
Okay.
So we got past that part.
Okay.
Aside from that, what is required for you to want to agree to the collab shoot? Like mood board,
I ain't gonna
hairstylist,
lie.
makeup. What is your minimum? Like you at least gotta have this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If it's like we got a type of photographer, like, and it's the type of vibe of the concept. Cause I feel like for me, like if my hair, like I got a full beat and like I did my own hair, it's like
Yeah.
it's not giving me
it's
not the full. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
not the full
So,
experience.
So I ain't gonna lie, if it's a concept where like you trying to go crazy for it, like it's not no natural, regular. I can just wet my hair, have it curly. Like if it's not on that type of time, I ain't gonna lie. I can, and that's something as a model, like I have really taught myself to do as much as I can do with my hair, because in Atlanta, like I've really found like it rarely be a hairstylist unless it's like a good set.
Yeah.
So like I feel like I've taught myself that, but if it's on a concept to where like, cause that's what me, like I want to execute, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to just waste 12 hours on set and then the pictures are like, oh, well, we didn't really hit the concept, but they're cute. Like, nah, like I want y'all to feel what's the word, what's coming from this, what do y'all see, like details.
The full vision.
Yes, I ain't gonna lie, I will require hair and makeup, but I could even like hit up my people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At least like
Especially if it's a collab effort. Like
Exactly.
I can bring somebody
exactly.
to the table.
So I'm gonna say hair and makeup, stylist, because that's why like I've been trying to dive into like creative directing. So like, and I thrift a lot. So like I have so much stuff in my closet where I just be putting stuff together, and I usually always have like something where like, oh, I can add this to the shoot. So main for me, hair and makeup. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, a stylist is so important though.
I was gonna
It's
say that.
very
I was
important.
A stylist is so
I
important.
don't
know.
But that's why I say like it comes down to the concept. Like if it's like we really finna create, okay, I want the full team. But like if it's on a collab where we're just promoting something or we're just getting content, that's cool. You know, because like a stylist, that puts everything together.
Yeah.
That's like the icing on the cake, I feel.
Because like for skincare, I could grab my little bandeau from the you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, for the
Right.
crib. But you trying to do
Right.
some intergalactic and all that. I don't have that. And you want me to go
Yes.
shop for it or whatever? No,
Oh,
please.
no.
You have the idea, you have the concept. Bring your stylist.
You know,
Bring
but
your
I ain't gonna lie. So this is coming from a photographer perspective that don't know nothing. Because I was that. I mean, everybody was that.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, like, there's this girl that Bacon wants to shoot with her. I ain't gonna put her on blast. But there's this girl that
Not he putting you
at
out
this
here.
point, it's like it's crazy because like you go through so many phases where like with the stuff y'all saying now, that stuff like I'm not necessarily too big on getting a hairstylist. Not saying they're not important; they're very important. But some girls want to do their own hair. So
That's why I
nine
said
times
it's,
out of 10, you're gonna have a model that knows how to do her
yeah,
hair.
like
Yeah, for
we
sure.
be in there. I'm
We
like,
know
all
how to
right,
do
let
our
me,
hair.
let me
I'll
look
do,
on
I
pictures.
can literally do whatever to my hair. I'm not gonna lie. I
Facts.
just had a shoot the other day, and I'm like, man, I could have really bust down and did my own hair. You know what I'm saying? And ended up getting
That
a
comes in
stylist
handy
for
for sure.
it. Yeah.
But like now it's like okay, at minimum I know I gotta have makeup artists because everybody can't do their own makeup.
I
And-
can't
and
even.
I
I ain't
be-
gonna lie.
and
This
I
is
get
what you
to the-
gonna get if you ask me to do my makeup.
I get to the pictures editing and like close laptop. I ain't doing
Oh,
it.
not
It's a
close
little
the
jip or
laptop.
So it's like as you grow in photography, you realize okay, this is important. Or you're like okay, why do all the outfits on my shoot suck? Why? Because they brought stuff out there. Sometimes some girls can bring stuff out their closet and y'all can do what it do, but it's like all right, let's find a stylist because
Yeah.
I need that.
Right.
That's I just been trying to build for me. Anytime I see some, I be like, oh yeah, I
That's
can maybe
our
shoot in
life.
that for real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
But sometimes you just like a shoot when somebody can pull up, bring a bunch of stuff, and it's
And you
like
just can
but it's
create.
like you can't
Facts.
do that. With some people be expecting models to do that and they don't even know you. It's like all right, we can
That's
do
true.
that because
We
we done
could do
shot
that. Yeah, like
10,
we
11,
have-
12 times.
we have that relationship to where like you could do that, but every model, because that's a level of comfortability, right? Like you have to have
Yeah.
that comfortability with a photographer when y'all can really just be like, all right, we just finna really create
Right.
some shit. We don't know where this is about to go
Yeah.
right now, but like our vibe is already there. And I feel like some models, they may think that the photographer is like coming off on some weird shit, and it's not necessarily that,
Right.
but it's just like they don't know you, so they have their guard up a little bit because we do always have to keep our guard up.
Yeah, but I will say too, like as experienced models, when you don't have a personal relationship and that's how you're already coming to me.
Yeah.
Not that I'm gonna be like, oh nah, but like that's already gonna kind of put a flag up, like, and that's like when I said like come correct, like if I'm finna come on set, I'm there on time. I'm very professional. I get the job done. I execute even more than you expected, and it's like I come to set, everybody's late. I'm there by myself, or like I'm there. The makeup artist is late, or like. Y'all, I've been sitting in the chair getting my hair and makeup done and the whole entire set's not done. You know, like certain things like that, like, you know, you got to test it once you get to set. But it's like, we, as a business woman, like if I'm coming to y'all professional, like, you know, I'm not complaining. I'm not like, attitude, all the extra that some models be on. Like, I feel like that should be returned.
That should definitely be returned.
Yeah.
I think for me, like when somebody's reaching out, like it's definitely all about like you have to have a concept. Like you have to,
Yes,
if you're
yes,
reaching
yes,
out to
yes,
me,
yes,
you
please.
need to know like what you're reaching out to me for. And I feel like I'm a very like versatile model. I feel like I can bust down and do whatever, but like make sure that it's in something that you've seen me like create, or you've seen me
Right.
like in my vibe of don't come at me with some super like off the wall. And I also feel like
I ain't gonna cap though.
what?
I like to be tested sometimes.
I do like to be tested
Yeah,
if the level of like work is
Right,
there.
if it's like if you want me
a
got me
real
going
team,
looking
yeah.
real, like come on now.
No,
But
no,
if
no,
it's
no,
like,
if it's
oh,
a real
you about to
team,
play this,
if it's
I'm
all
like, all right.
like everybody on the team is like
Yeah.
coming with that vibe,
Right.
okay? If
Yeah, and it's
everybody
something
is
I never
coming with
did
it,
before, yeah.
I'm
Right.
so willing to like experiment and go like out of my box. But like if I'm gonna go out of my box and like it is a collaboration, I need to know that like everybody is putting in the work,
Yes.
because I feel
Yes.
like, you know, people really take like models and what we do, they take it with a grain of salt. And I feel like before a shoot, days before a shoot, but really like on the day of a shoot, I'm literally in the mirror for an hour and a half to 2 hours posing to different songs and posing like just to
Yes.
get in the vibe of like that particular shoot.
That's how
Like it's
my
so
crib
much
is,
that goes
like-
into like what we do as models, and I feel like it falls to the side a little bit, and people really just think that it's just showing up and taking pictures. And it's
yeah, I
really
was about
not.
to say that.
So it's just like when you come and approach me, make sure that you're approaching me in a way that like I'm going to feel comfortable in bringing my light to your set or to this collaboration.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I want to just say two things to pick it off real quick. The first thing, or the last thing you said about like collabing, everybody being on point. I actually I have a close relationship with a stylist. Love her work. She always comes and kills it. And we collab on a lot of things because I trust her vision, and every time we work, it's perfect. But she came to me with a concept, a really dope concept. But the photographer, I was like,
it's not him.
I was like, love, you know, I stand by you. I love you.
Yeah, I ride for
and we gonna kill everything that we do. But the photographer is just not. It's not in line with the direction I want to go.
Yeah.
You know. And she was like, I completely understand. And as a model, like, you have to have, like, you have to know.
You have to
and set those boundaries, because
Yeah.
it's just like, you could be just doing anything just because you have a good relationship with a person doesn't mean that you have to always say yes to things.
Exactly.
And that's another thing. I've had like, you know, good relationships with photographers, and they'll just call me last minute to shoot some things, which that works, like how y'all, you know what I'm saying, could get together. But I don't like to do things just for fun. You know what I'm saying? I have other obligations.
Right.
I do this as a living. So, like, I need a concept. I need a team. I don't want to be struggling trying to get my hair and my nails ain't done, so I got to put the press on.
Right.
Like, I don't want to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
that.
So, it's like, also respect my time, you know, and have something
that's
clear.
Like the major key in all of it. Photography, modeling, like, respect my time. Respect, like, listen.
And respect my work. You see how I'm coming. You see
it.
when you see what I'm posting on the gram. I'm not just trying to do skincare, baby.
Right.
I'm not trying to do beauty all the time. I know I'm pretty, but that's
beauty
not. You know,
I
what I'm
can
saying?
bust
Like,
down. I know what I'm
Let
doing.
me do a cartwheel with
Oh
a
my
twist at the end.
God. Let me
I
just
ain't
bust
gonna
down
lie.
into
Is
a
there a
yoga
bathroom?
pose, back bend. Let me bust down into this yoga pose real
Y'all are
quick.
funny.
Hey, yeah, I feel hit because I called Ashley one day. And I was
He
like,
sure
hey.
did it. He knew he was gonna bring. I knew he was gonna bring that up.
I knew it
He
was.
caught himself though.
Hey, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. When I oh, you good? When I called you, I was like, hey, I know this last minute. It's probably a no, but like, I still be like, you know what?
He always says it like this. I know this last minute. And
Right,
it's a no.
right.
Because it was, and it was like I had just got a cancellation or something like that, and I was like, ooh, who dope could I shoot? Because you know you be at the studio like ready to shoot, and I'm like, let me, because there's been some times where somebody was like, yeah, I'm down the street. You never know what situation.
You never
it is.
know.
So it's like, well, I'm gonna call. If it's no, it's no. I'm gonna go home. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So sometimes it do be like, hey, let me call and see. Boom.
Yeah.
You was out of town. Can't call you. Boom. Okay. Whatever. Like,
Yeah.
If sometimes it works, I'm like, oh, it's a makeup artist right in there. Ooh.
It's somebody in there, but I feel like it's definitely like the relationship, like especially because you can always bust out when it's a girl that, like, especially when you're a model that knows how to do your makeup, you can do something to your hair really quick, you can pull something together, even if it's just like a very like simple outfit.
Yeah,
I feel like having those relationships with a photographer as a model that you can just be like, all right, I have something that I'm trying to create real quick. I have like a concept that I'm trying to work on real quick. That like adds like another level, you know what I'm saying? To just being able to perfect your crafts and be able to become better at what you do. When you're able to have a freeing relationship and just endless relationship when it comes to like being able to create with somebody. I feel like when you are a model or any person in a creative aspect, when you really find like the team or teams that you lock in with and you're able to like, man, we create some shit. Like we have some real shit that like is art for real.
Right.
It's so important to like lock in and hone in on those like relationships and kind of like perfect those situations. Even if you have like little moments when y'all are just creating some regular shit, just to be like, all right, we just did this little thing for this big thing that we've been really set it off with. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I get that. I'm more understanding with that now. I feel like I was offended. like, you know what I'm saying? In the beginning when people would just hit me up last minute, I'm like, dang, you think I'm a last minute
You think
model?
I'm a last minute model.
Like, you think I'm just gonna, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I get it. And
I think it just goes to show how fire you are. You know what I'm saying? I think it just really goes to show, like, damn, a photographer could hit me up because he knows that I'm going to come through. Like he knows that like, my work is going to really come through. He knows that like we're going to get the shot if we need to get it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna take it on this because we gotta go to some of these questions. If I use your last minute, don't take it as disrespect. It's like, hey, you the finest person I know. I'm
okay. So anybody that Chad
first
hits
person
up
I'm reaching out to, I'm like, because it's like, dang, it's literally if I hit somebody last minute because I'm in the studio, somebody cancel me and I'm pissed. I want to shoot. I'm like, all right, let me go to
who I know is
I'm gonna see if you, sometimes you ain't because like Monty doesn't live too far from the studio, so she ain't got nothing to do, and it's a makeup artist there. It's like, all right, well, I mean.
Right.
We finna get it in.
And see, good. Yeah. I understand that now because at first it's like,
I'm like, I know she has a child. She can't come right now.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna call anyway. You can either say me if it's like you can either say yes or no. It is what it is. Like,
right.
But to get to these questions, people asking questions. How much?
Yes, questions.
How much should models be paid? And this is from CNE Network. How much should models be paid, and what's a decent price for a talented model? And I think that's kind of subjective, but what do y'all think?
I feel like
who's gonna go first on
Let's try to go real quick because it's like 10 questions.
Okay, go.
I feel like it comes down to experience and is she really a model?
Yeah.
But I would say Atlanta, how they pay out here is a little tight. But if you have experience, if you know, like when you come in and say you know how to pose, like all that, I would say like, what is he asking to shoot? Just shoot, collab, or it's like
it was kind of open ended. So let's say to collab because we were talking about collabs.
I don't have a price. I'm gonna just say it comes down to you know your price. So if you feel like you worth it, that's what you worth. But I'll say it comes down to experience and how you are really able to execute the ideas or concept that's brought to you.
I feel like for me, when you're reaching out to me, like I'm definitely giving you a price. If that's like the energy that we're on, if that's the space that we're on, if that's like, if it's not a photographer that I've already been looking to like work with and collab with, I'm definitely going to give you my price. And I feel like I know that I'm bringing quality. Like I know what I'm bringing to the table. Yes. I know that we finna get some 5 shots. So it's just like, yeah. We're gonna have a price. We're gonna have a conversation.
Your price is your price.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It can go up whenever you want.
Yep.
Never
going down.
You know what you should be charging. You know what you bring into the table.
Absolutely.
And if you are at a doing this for exposure phase right now, like and you're in that, you know what I'm saying, that slot, then that's what it is.
Yeah,
but once you get that experience and you gain, people that you can name and you know like
your
that's the
resume
simplest way that I can put it.
And that's it really come down to like one, as a model, you don't want to embarrass yourself. And Atlanta's very small where people will talk. So it's like if you
can play yourself.
If you like, oh, all right, I really know what I'm doing for real. When you just came out here and like you charge people $100 an hour or whatever, and they're like, and then they get the results and they're like, what is this? We didn't. How much did we pay her?
What
and it's like
flat-footed.
It's like, so you now just put down on your name like she's not gonna come with what she's worth,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like it comes down to when you come to that set, are you finna touch on everything that the whole team wants you to touch on?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I will, from a photographer perspective, I just want to put out there. I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm not perfect. This may sound hypocritical because I did the same thing, but now I'm wise. I understand.
It's just you
I
learn.
was just saying, not hypocritical. I feel like,
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna call
a little more Moscato.
You poured you a little sip.
Just a little bitty sip. Gracias.
Now he look.
Thank you.
You got it.
Okay.
I gotta say my thought.
Say it.
And there's some more right here. But basically, I was gonna say that like photographers, honestly, with the whole, and that's how I think now. Like, if you were to, let's say you hit up a model and she gives a price, right? It's almost like you can't even be mad, right? Because photographers go through this whole thing where they get pissed that models hit them up and be like, hey, you want to shoot, but they're trying to shoot for free.
Yeah.
We get it on the same spectrum, and the same energy you have behind when they hit you up to try to shoot for free, you're mad, you're like, oh, nah. booking in bio,
Yep.
linking bio.
Yep.
You have to kind of give that same grace or that same understanding when
Right.
somebody says, you know, this is my rate.
Absolutely.
It's like if you want to get paid, they want to get paid. Everybody want to get paid.
I love when
So-
things come back around like that.
And it's like I had to go through that and like, you know, really realize like this is how it is. Like, you know, once you really realize that people are Ubering to set and stuff like that, that costs money to even, you know, get there. Even if they got a car, they got to drive. Even if it costs $5 for gas to get there, it's still $5 that they could have saved sitting home watching Netflix, whatever, doing whatever. So it's like you got to really realize their time is money as well. Even though you got something to offer, they may not necessarily want what you got to offer at that moment.
Yeah.
I actually have never hit up a photographer and was like, let's shoot.
Really?
Back in the day, when I
really?
first moved out to Atlanta
Yeah.
for show, that was like,
Really?
that was my way. But
The
for
most I would
you,
do is
just
follow
feel
a
like-
photographer, and if he follow me back, you know what I'm saying?
That
But
for you,
You be like,
if
they
I
follow me back,
already-
he gonna DM me.
If I
Yeah, I know what's going
But
on.
if I come to a photographer, I'm like, I'm gonna book them. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's my concept. It's my, and so
Yeah.
I've always just like respected that, just off top. Like, I don't know what it is. It's just,
I think when I first moved out here, like it was just like I really started just wanting to get my name out here. And it wasn't even like I would definitely hit up photographers, and it's so crazy because such a full circle moment, and because the shoot is going to be so crazy, I can't even say the photographer's name. But like back in the day when I first moved out here, and really a photographer that I've really, really, really looked up to, like I wanted to work with this photographer for years. And like I used to hit him up like, man, I'm ready to work. Like whenever you ready to work, I'm ready to work. Whenever you have a concept for me that you feel is fit for me, whenever I have something, like whenever it aligns, like I'm really ready.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy because now like this photographer has hit me up and we're really like planning just this crazy shoot. So it's just like things really align. And you know, like a lot of times like I would feel some type of way. How photographers like feel some type of way when models are like, oh, like here's my rate.
yeah.
I would really feel some type of
Facts.
way, but like now that's one of those things that I can look back and be like, well, damn, like they did have a level of work that
Right,
like
right.
I hadn't had yet and that I
Right.
hadn't achieved yet. So like I have to be willing to be like, oh, but then at the same time, there were photographers like Chad and like really other great photographers out here that were willing to like really collab with me and work with me
Yeah.
like, through my growing stage. That's why like now that it's just like I feel like I'm like working in my purpose and working in my way. It's just like it'll never be a time when I turn my back on the photographers that did take a chance on me. As
Right.
a
oh
model.
yeah, no, definitely.
That's what I was gonna say. Like reaching out, like
It builds relationships.
I don't reach out, but like say like with people that I have shot with before or like relationships that I built, I'd be like, hey, like, and like that's why I feel like we all in our different lanes in the industry. So like I feel like we differ in little different things, but like I've been creating. I don't know, because I don't think we follow each other. So we gotta follow each other.
No, yeah.
But I don't think we do. But I don't know if you have seen, but like I've been trying to create like a book. Like I want to make a picture book. So like I have been like, you know, that be on like the dining table, coffee tables,
right,
whatever.
Yeah, the little Rihanna book.
Yeah.
Right.
So like for me, like I'm reaching out because I am trying to build, and then eventually like mid of the book, like I'm trying to now like I can compensate. Now I can, you know, so it's like, but when it comes to like me personally, for like people of my own ideas outside of that, it's like I'm not really reaching out. Like how you said, like it would either be like a photographer follow me, he like sometimes like, oh, he's dope, I'm following back. Then it's like maybe a month later, a couple of weeks, it's like, hey, what's up? Or like
It just
they'll
all
reach out to you.
aligns.
I try
Yeah.
to interact.
Just-
I
yeah.
just try to
I
interact.
I
like
like
my
some
bad.
pictures. I definitely will like
Yeah.
some pictures. I might comment a little fire emoji. Like this is
But
hard.
I
definitely
this
feel
is
like
hard.
Now we
You be-
telling on ourselves.
You be trying to see, hey, I ain't gonna hold y'all. We see
Nah,
through.
nah.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie.
You see
I
through
see
it?
all.
But it's
the
like
y'all
if you
do
want to
it.
work
I'm
with me, you're gonna
say something.
Yeah,
At this point,
we're
I'm
gonna
definitely
say
not
you
like
see what's going on.
It depends.
You see
I'm
what's
not
going
going
on.
out of my way at this point
You
to
gotta
reach out,
be-
but I just feel like all things align.
Y'all do the
And when
same
you work
thing
with
when you
each
want
other-
a guy to DM you on some
Oh
on
yeah,
some other
I'm
stuff.
definitely gonna just like
They
a couple
do
pictures.
the same.
It also comes
They
with
do the same
experience.
energy on both ends. I'm like,
That's
oh my
how we
gosh,
work. That's how we
love,
work.
like 5
Not
E's.
love.
Oh my gosh.
I'm literally just gonna like a couple of your stories
Yeah,
for
that's
real.
it.
Follow-up question to what y'all were talking about.
Okay.
Warren C. asks, would you do a test shoot first to see if the photographer is
somebody that you want to move forward with.
I mean, that's still time.
I was gonna say, how do y'all feel? Because if I go to your page and I automatically like,
yeah, your page is going to tell me everything.
Your page is going to tell me there's nothing to
quality,
test. The
quality.
The test is final. The grades are in.
Your
what you have
angles.
on your page
No, for real.
is your work.
Because at the end of the day, if we're testing, like your page is going to give me
Right, I'm
like my
testing
idea
you.
of your
Right.
of that test.
We both in the test, right?
I'm not gonna go and take the time to go and do
Hey,
a
somebody
test shoot
said
is
y'all.
a shoot.
Somebody said y'all be finessing.
Not finesse. It's
No,
not
we don't
finessing
finesse.
because
Not
we work. We
finessing,
put that
yeah.
work in.
I was gonna say
Experience, and we
Say
know
that.
when we
Say
come
that.
to set,
Yeah.
we're gonna get y'all what
Yeah.
you want and even more.
Yeah.
And let's
say
be
that.
real. A photographer isn't going to entertain whatever I'm saying if you know that
you
I'm
know.
not going to bring that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
If you don't
Just
see
be
it,
very
if you don't
frank.
see it within me, you know what I'm saying? We just not going to
Yeah.
work or like. I
But
have
you
to
wouldn't
just
be
book
reaching.
you.
But you wouldn't be reaching out to me if you didn't already see it in me.
Exactly.
Because
You
at
gave me
end
the
of
green
day,
light. You
to
followed
be-
me back.
To be very
That's
frank,
true.
like the models that are sitting up here, we're not aspiring models.
Period.
Let's just be very
Period.
clear. Like we have resumes that speak for themselves. I feel like we have worked very hard for the position that we have and the things that we ask, especially in terms of rate, especially in terms of like how to approach us. Like we've worked for that respect. So it's never about finessing. It's about knowing what you deserve and always putting your 10 toes down and standing in that truth. Okay.
And just being a true professional. You're not
Yeah.
going to, if you know if you bring in something that's worth 10 bands, you're not going to be like, oh, well.
I'm about to take 500 for it.
Yeah.
What?
Nah.
Right.
You're
This is going to give you everything you need right now. They're going to give you the face, the body, the angle, the poses, the triangles. Like, you're going to get
You're about
it.
to be gagging, throwing up in your mouth. I had disgustingly perfect. This just is right now.
Nah, but for real.
They baking.
But for real.
Are there like? I was watching YouTube on that thing.
Did you buy that bottle of Bel Air?
No.
Where did that come from?
Are there like sound effects on there? We should have.
Oh my God, he wants gunshots.
I want like boom, boom, boom. Dang, I want to drop a bomb.
Bomb drops.
Anymore?
Right
What up?
now.
Oh, you ready?
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
in here.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait, time
Spice
out.
it up then.
What's that? Okay, I'm about to drop something. I need you to piggyback off of me.
hear what it's doing.
It's like a.
When you do it, it's the right sound. Just know it's the right sound. All right, so I'm gonna say something.
What you about
Boom.
to say, bro?
Boom.
What are you?
Hit a boom on me.
Do you hear my boots tapping right now?
Okay, I'm about to say something that's it may make some people upset, but it's the truth.
We only speak
Talk
the
that
truth.
talk.
It's the truth.
What?
And this is me being like in the middle.
As what?
A lot of photographers
Okay.
feel like they are bringing more to the table.
As far as what?
So like a lot of people may think that this person should be begging to shoot with me.
Okay.
Or whatever.
Wait, what? Wait, what? What do you say?
Like some
person
people
should
be
be begging
feeling
to shoot
like
with me.
Begging to shoot with
like
me.
like
Okay.
like the photographers that be like, how dare she send me her rates? Like,
Oh,
because
okay.
I've been there, so I'm speaking from a place of where I've been. Or
I feel
whatever.
like we all had that experience, even as models. Like I'm like, even where we felt like we were maybe further in our experience, and then we hit up a higher photographer, and they're like, "Oh, well, this is my booking site."
Yeah,
It's like
I was
damn.
like, oh.
it's like, damn, my
Whoa.
fault.
I was just like shot to the chest.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn.
it'd be like that.
Sick.
But hold on. Hit me one more time. But people have to realize when you're hitting somebody up, they have something to offer too. You're hitting a modeling up, makeup artist, whatever. Everybody isn't going to be willing to do something for free for you, and
Right.
that just is what it is. Hit me
And
another
that's
one real
okay.
quick. Here. Okay. You have to pay to play. Hit another one. Okay, let me say it again. You have to pay to play. If you just have to have the budget for it. Like if you got to shoot, you can't. Sometimes it works. Sometimes you be blessed. Sometimes you get everybody that's like aligned. They love your vision, whatever, and that's a win. But every win, you're not always gonna get that. But if you got a concept that you want like to get done, you got to do what you got to do to get it done.
That's
And if
very
that's
true.
saving up for it, for fact, I had a concept for Ashley. We hadn't done it yet because I went the specific place I want in Atlanta. You got to pay for it. It's like $600 to $700, and I'm like, oh, I ain't got that right now. But I still got the concept. Still got a mood board. When it happens, it happens. It's like you got to pay to play. Like it just is what it is. So you can't be like hypocritical and like, oh, this person needs to basically what I said earlier. You can't be like, this person should be wanting to shoot with me for free, like, and you're setting the standard of, oh, I do pay, like, you got to pay me to shoot or whatever, XYZ. Like, you kind of have to get off that kind of like high horse of, expecting. Yeah. Yes, you do offer quality as a photographer. Yes, you do offer this thing that should be worth this money. But if you're wanting somebody else, if you're wanting that person, you're wanting that person because they offer something too. Absolutely. That's not. Like, because I'm pretty sure it's 100 girls in your DMs right now trying to shoot for free, but you don't want to shoot with none of them. You want that, you want that specific person. So it's like you gotta invest in yourself. You gotta be aware of those situations. Like, take a step back. Like, she didn't want to do this for free. Okay, well, why didn't she? Like, it's nothing bad against you. It's like, all right, she got a child. Like, she got stuff to do. Like, her taking that hour, 2 hours away to come shoot with you. Right. She might have had to hire a sitter or had to whatever. Like, you never know what people got going on. It's like, so if they charge you, it's not a bad thing. It's just like photography, you got to buy the lenses, you got to do whatever. All right, you got to pay the model, you got to pay the makeup artist, you got to pay the XYZ, or your shoot not going to come out looking like how these photographers you're following on Instagram. Because people look through those comments. They got a whole team of people there. Some people charge and some people collab and whatever let me be. But if you want to make that happen, it does have a cost behind it. Either you bring in value in your photography work that outweighs the monetary, where they don't have to get paid, or they need to get paid. It is what it is.
Absolutely. I feel like it's just, at the end of the day too, I feel like people forget that as a model, that's a business. Yeah. It's a bit like, it's not we're cute, we're standing in front of a camera.
We're so much more what I mean? Just like a pretty picture.
Yeah, and it's like, but even when it comes to modeling, light's hot, we sweating, we still gotta be cute. 2, we gotta hold a pose, my arm backwards, neck this way. Like, it's so much more, and even more than just that. Like, even like the confidence that comes with it, even like how as models, like, we know how we look, not even looking at the camera. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so much stuff that we really be putting our efforts and time in that y'all don't, not y'all, I'm sorry, but like people don't see to where it's like they just think we're standing taking a picture. And like, coming back to how she said like a day before a shoot or a day of shoot, like, she's posing and all that stuff. Like, I have mirrors everywhere in my crib. Like, everyone in my family knows, like, there's like 30 mirrors, because that may sound conceited, that may sound, but like, as a model,
always studying your face.
Yes, as a model, like, if I'm in the hallway and I'm like, oh, hold on, okay, that's cute. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so it's a real
follow up to that though. Warren C said, wait, there's another side to that. What about the model who wants to collab with you, contacts you first, and then wants you to pay her to shoot you?
No, do not.
I ain't gonna hold you.
That's not really gonna happen.
Delete it.
I just saw that. All right, Warren. In that type of moment, drop a bomb for me. You should tell her to get the hell on, because
that's not really gonna happen. If you reach out to a photographer, I don't.
If you reach out to a photographer and says, "Hey, I want to shoot," and then she says, "Yeah, when you gonna pay me?" Nah, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I'm just blocking. Act like
I'm deleting your message.
I'm deleting your message. Ever approach a photographer? If I hit you up, I would never hit you up and then
charge you.
Oh, when are you gonna?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I got some clients like that. I could hit them and say, "Hey, you ain't had a shoot in a while. I got this concept for you," and they be like, "Oh yeah, where I send the money."
But that's like one of your clients.
Yeah,
that's like a regular client that you're used to working with, right? Like, I'm not gonna, as a model, go out of my way to hit a photographer up.
Just random,
and then like random. I'm randomly going out my way to hit you up, and then I'm gonna be like, "Oh well, here's my rates." That's very lopsided, one-sided. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, if you got models like that, brother, you just going to block.
That's not a model.
Don't block.
That's
not
a model. No, that's a finesser.
That's not crazy. That's actually
okay.
that's insane, brother. Don't. That's
yeah. Okay, what's another question? I'm actually really excited for these questions.
I am too.
Was, as a model, do you think it's important to get your payment up front?
Hold on, let me repeat that in case they can't hear you. The question is, as a model, is it important for you to get your payment up front or before leaving the shoot?
Ooh, baby Jesus.
Speaking on recent,
man,
I will say for me, I will say now from past experience.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I will be like, okay, well, I do need a deposit just so I know, like, this date is locked.
I'm just locked in.
That's the one. From the past experience, from now on, I will no longer wait to receive my payment, especially when my services have been done. But I do like.
What about if it's a big client that got a net 30? And sometimes
well,
you can't
I don't want a net 30.
If you have a, sometimes you really can't when it's on on a certain campaign. Like I had my campaign for Mayel and like this is a major national campaign. Like I had to wait a little minute to get my money.
Same.
And I mean that was like fine. You know what I'm
people.
saying? Like that was fine, but because it was worth it, it was definitely worth the worth the time that I waited. But I just think like
if we're how we just like a hair
we just really just I think that honestly I feel like it's very important. Deposits are extremely important in photography and modeling and anything that you are rendering a service for. And this is even for makeup artists, hairstylists. Like you always want to make sure that you have a deposit because if all else fails, if the shoot goes bad, if everything goes bad, you at least have your deposit money so you don't feel like your time is completely wasted. But me and Ayreana literally just had this very negative experience. So for our ghetto. I've always been like this. Like, no, it was the most ghettoest experience I've ever had in my entire life.
I've never seen nothing like that.
As far as I've always been a person to where I would never expect payment, like full payment up front because my job is not done. Right. Anything can
Never
happen
up
to where
front.
like
That's
not the full. The shoot could go bad. I could be sick. Anything could happen to where like that just wouldn't even.
And
make
I'm
sense.
not sending money back.
But as soon as I'm done, as soon as it's wrap on the set for Imani, as soon as I hear those words, as soon as you see me start grabbing my bags, preparing to leave.
Right. Send that money, babe.
Cash App,
send the money.
Apple Pay, send me my money. Okay, by the time I get home, by the end of the night, like I should have my money. It's not
absolutely.
Even
I need to order some things online.
Okay,
yes. Literally, but that's like it really do come down to that because if you think about it too, though, like mostly though, everybody else, not everybody, but like photographer, stylist, makeup artists, they usually getting paid prior. Because they gotta lock in, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like the model, not always, because sometimes they will be after, or it will like the same type of time. But like I have been on a couple where like I already know they've already been paid. You know what I'm saying? So like, but it's also just because if I leave set and you're like, that's what I was gonna say. If it's a big set to where like we run over time, but I'm done, and you still got like other models, I have kind of let that be like, okay. That's cool. Just send it to me, you know? And I feel like with that, because they could get out on you. You could just work that whole 8-hour shift and then you didn't get paid because they said they'll pay you later. And then now they're MIA.
Yeah, I've definitely like, I'm not. No.
That's like,
if we have a shoot and it's a bunch of girls on set and I leave first, send me my money when I leave first. Like, for real.
I actually just started like implementing that, like getting a deposit when I moved here because I have never, and it's no shade to people from Atlanta, but I have never experienced such flakiness.
No, it's shade. It's shade because y'all are shady.
Out here is crazy.
I mean, honestly, it's crazy because I'm just like, if we agreed on something, I'm taking it seriously.
Yeah,
I'm locking in that day. I put that, you know what I'm saying, in the book for you. So for you to be like, oh, da da da, and it's no shade because you reschedule a lot of times, but you know I love you, so it's okay. We have that relationship, but when it's like a new thing and you kind of come, you know what I'm saying, like we don't know each other, you just kind of like wasting my time. It's like, okay, now I have to tell you, and I had to talk to my mom like, do you think people get offended if I ask for a deposit? It's just like, absolutely not. You better, da, 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 da. And so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start doing that because like I said, like I have a daughter, I have other obligations, so it really, you know, takes out of my time when it's just like it's canceled last minute. Now I just have nothing to do, or like I can do nothing to do about it. Like I've wasted the day. I blocked off. For that. I might have canceled something else because I thought this was going to be more important as well. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like, you know, I respect your time by locking that away.
You have to respect my time. Yeah,
but it's like
you definitely have to respect our time. I feel like. You never want to be, and this is just being blatantly like just honest. You never want to be the bitch, right? But like
Never.
in
Right.
reality, as a
Right.
model, like you have to
have
be
to
that.
just be
Because,
assertive.
and you
You
know
have
the
to.
song that's like perfect for this, Diva, by
Diva.
Beyonce.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna
That's
say
like the
that.
song that I listen to before every
Yeah.
shoot, any meeting that I'm having. I don't care if it's a phone conference. Like, you really have to like stand in who you are,
But
because
especially as a
they will-
model.
especially as a model, because they
Especially.
will try and play here in
Absolutely.
Atlanta. They will try
They
and
play all
play
day.
you, man.
And you know when you're setting your back, you know when
Yeah.
you're doing it right. When people are like, "Look, I have this dope concept,
Yeah.
but I want to make sure I got it right before
Yeah.
I want to make
You
sure
know
I
what I'm
got it."
saying?
And I'm like, "Okay, yeah,
When
I'm
that
doing
makes
what
me
I need to do."
in all honesty,
You know what
those
I'm
are
saying?
moments
Like-
when it's like when people reach out to me and I know that they're really coming with it, but like they really just don't
Yeah.
have
I
the
was
like
just
financial.
say that.
That's when I'm like, all right, we can make some shake.
Yeah.
All right, now let's
Yeah.
go ahead and just like do a
That's-
collab with it, because like I know that you're
Yes.
really bringing some fire.
Right.
That's what
right,
it.
right.
That's what that like when they
It's
like.
all about the energy that you bring.
Yes, when they hit
Absolutely.
you up and it's like, hey, like I've been having this dope concept. I've been waiting to shoot with you. I know you're gonna come with everything, so I want to make sure I have a team.
Correct.
That shows me like you respect and value
Yeah.
the effort, the
Yeah.
work that I've been putting in.
For
So
sure.
I'm
I'ma
gonna
work with you.
You see
I'm
me
gonna-
for real, you know.
I'm gonna work with
So
you.
that's if you coming like that for me to shoot with
Absolutely.
you, bet you know.
Right.
Oh my gosh, I'm just thinking about like a little snack. What am I gonna eat tonight? I'm sorry.
Next question.
The next question is:
Sorry, the Moscato.
The Moscato.
somebody
It's
asked when y'all
going-
were going in there. They said, "So is it that in Atlanta models are mostly freelance as opposed to agency?"
Ooh.
Ooh,
That's a good
that was
question.
one
Let
of,
me
that
say
was
that
one
one
of
more
the questions
time.
I really wanted.
So is it that in Atlanta models are mostly freelance than being signed to an agency?
Wait, y'all signed?
So I have a mother agency.
Okay.
So I have a mother agency out here that she definitely does her job and she
Real quick,
books me.
can you explain the difference between mother agency and a regular?
So
I
a
have no
mother,
clue.
so a mother agency is more like they find you jobs and they get you bookings, but their real goal is to find you a major agency, which your major agencies are going to be more Wilhelmina, Ford, Select. These are going to be your more major agencies. When you have like a smaller boutique agency, it's when the agent really has like a smaller amount of girls to where she's really able to focus on those specifically.
Solo, yeah.
And she's able to really develop you into like your path, but she's still like really pushing you and submitting you for like major agencies. So I do have a mother agents out here, but I feel like for me, I've been freelance and independent for so long, and like it's been really good to me. Like, I feel like I've booked a lot of things on my own. Like, even speaking to the Mayel thing, like, that was something that I pulled by myself. Like, I've been in Vogue. That was by myself. Like, that was just on a team. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like as
Applause on there.
a freelance,
Right,
you can
put the-
really...
Second of shit. Let them know.
Second
You
one.
can just really... I feel like really being
It was on that
independent...
side. Yeah.
That is not in the class.
Oh,
You
and
can
applause?
really...
Oh.
you can do a lot, especially here in Atlanta. Here in Atlanta is not a big like commercial
Strict,
modeling
yeah.
area. It is very focused on film and TV. So I feel
Creatives.
like being freelance here, it really gives you the opportunity to create your world and create your bounds that you want to set for yourself. And I feel like for me personally, like I've really taken the time of being like freelance and independent to be like, okay, this is the model that I want to be. This is the cultivation of myself, not only as a model, but just like as a person as a whole. I know how I'm walking into this industry, right? So it's just like when I go to a major, now I'm so prepared and I'm so ready and I'm so like my level of discernment for what is for me is so like intact that it's just like, okay, this is really what's for me. This is really the agency that I'm supposed to be signed with. And I feel like a lot of times, like as a model, that's the thing that we like look for, right? Is that major agency rep. When you get signed to a major agency, that makes you feel like you've made it, you got it.
Right.
Oh my God, I'm so there. And a lot of girls end up on the shelf.
Okay, let's talk about
You know
it.
what I'm
I was gonna
saying?
say a lot of
They
people
don't
think
know.
that.
Shelf. They end up on the shelf. They
ain't
end
all
up
it's
not getting
cracked
any
up to
work.
be.
It's not all that's cracked up to be. But when you can say that, like, man, I've been freelance for 4.5 years and I've done this, and this. I've have a resume and a reputation that lives up to models that have been signed for 10 plus, right? Like, I've done this on my own. So now when I go to a major agency, like, they're like, damn, what can we do for you? Like, we really have to sit back and think about what we can
Right.
offer
Yeah.
to you,
That's
not
what-
just what we're
yes.
trying to gain from
Yeah,
you. Because
absolutely.
I feel like a lot of girls go to agencies and they're so green and they're so new in the
Yeah.
in the world of modeling that it's just like, let me just sign to this agency. I have no idea what's going to happen right now, and I'm about to really let them take advantage of me. They're about to get 20%, 15% of my money, and I feel like for me, like, I have the level of experience to where now I'm not about to play myself and just like going to an agency and now just being so willing to do that it like allows me to fall like, man, what the hell was this last like 4.5, almost 5 years? Like, what did I just do this for, to just allow like you to come and get 20% of my work and you're not even bringing me jobs?
You're not doing that.
And I can go do this for myself. So it's just, I feel like being freelance, especially here in Atlanta, like, you gonna have to like work with it for a minute. I feel like it's a really good area to start in because here is so like movie and TV. You never know. You're like, being freelance could lead you into more opportunities as far as like TV and movie, if that's something that you want to do, and getting into acting as well.
You have to know how to move, though.
Yeah.
You have to know how to make things shake. You have to know
Yeah.
how to use social media. You know what I'm saying?
You can't be a
to your
naive
advantage.
person.
You cannot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You can't be like a naive and like very like green person to life.
Absolutely.
You gotta have your street smarts when you like are freelance in this business, for real.
Absolutely.
I do feel like, though, that's like, because me, I mean, I've seriously, now it's been like 4 years. So, like, I still consider myself a beginner, even though in Atlanta, I feel like I made an image for myself where people know of me and, like, know what I can bring. But, like, how you said, like, when it comes to agencies, like, for me, like, I really want to bust my ass, learn myself, learn my face, learn this, that, and that of myself when it comes to modeling. So when I get there, it's like, oh yeah, like
It's no questions.
We shooting her out.
Yeah,
you know
like,
what
it's
I'm
no
saying?
questions. We got this for you.
That's what I'm saying. So like,
we ready
as
to work.
freelance, it does though. Like, you know, freelance, that's not a consistent thing.
No.
So I feel like when it comes to the life end of that in a model, it's like there is hard months where it's like, especially for me coming still new to it, but you know, I have my foot in the place. So it's like, I do be like, damn, like some months be hard, and it's like some months I'm not booking. Like maybe the whole first 2 weeks are booked, and then the rest of the weeks I got like 3 shootings or something.
Me and Chad literally just talked about that.
so
You gotta be ready for the up and down.
And you definitely like be prepared for stuff to be slow. But that's where, as me, that's where like I really touch into my creative space, and that's where like with the collabs, especially when you're starting, like that's where you can see the direction you want to go in the industry. Put like, this is Ayreana. You know, this is how people are seeing me. Not okay, so she don't really shoot beauty, but she shoots this. Or okay, I know she can pose, but maybe, you know, so like I do love being freelance. And also, like you said, like you could be with somebody and they taking bread out of your pocket when they're not even bringing you nothing.
Yeah.
So I do feel like, though, you know, eventually, obviously, an agency is going to put you into a higher perspective in certain aspects, but a lot of models got their freelance.
A lot of models like Tiana Parker is freelance. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's like, I feel like that's like one of the models that I really like look at, and I can be like, you really give me a level of inspiration, right? Like, she's been freelance after like being signed to a major agency. She left like because it was not right for her, and she has been freelance ever since. And I feel like she's done such a like elevation of
I feel
self.
like she changed the road.
She changed the role. Like, she made it more acceptable to like be freelance. I feel like as models, like, you really do feel like, oh my God, if I'm not signed to a major agency, I'm just never gonna make it. That's so far out of the norm.
Yeah,
like where we are right now as an industry and as a whole. You can do so many things by yourself, man, when you just like build up your teams around you, when you have people that really support you. Like, you can be freelance and still make it to the tops of the top.
Facts.
Absolutely. Like I said, I'm from Chicago. I was with an agency. I
love that we're all up north girls. I'm sorry.
I did a lot of print and commercial, and I was signed with agencies, you know, and when I came here, it was like I kind of had to start over. So I did a lot of collabs. I was working with photographers just to like build back up on my portfolio, and like knew that I had more, you know, room to grow. So I'm always humble with that, you know. So, but like I also knew that like okay, now I'm not with the agency. I have to like really take it into my own hands.
You gotta put in that work.
And honestly, I don't want to limit myself as just like a model or a freelance model, whatever.
Yes.
I'm a whole brand. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Every aspect of the word, absolutely.
That's how I move with my work. And when you book me, it's like you're booking my brand. It's like Ashley India. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying. They need to come on that same type of time.
Like Tiana Parker, like that's her brand. Like she's a brand. It's not like, oh, she just does some modeling. You know what she's coming with.
Yeah,
like,
you
know
get
what
the
I'm saying?
whole
Like,
aspect of the
created
person.
how she wanted to. You know what I'm saying?
And that's I luckily because I've looked like how you said like that's really.
I was gonna say you did her class.
I did her
right?
class, and she she said that when people take advantage. So she was like when she wasn't with that agency no more, and she started to like really tap into her creative bag, and that's where like people started to see like, oh, okay, when Tiana on set, we can't be. The set got to be ready, or
We
like
gotta be ready.
you know what I'm saying.
We
So
gotta
like
be
that's
ready to come
where
with it.
Set the tone.
I see so much of myself in her because she also like with the versatile and like she can be this, but then the other shit still hitting crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like freelance. You just have more freedom, obviously,
to grow.
And it
Like I
depends
just
on
like
you.
you have
It
so
depends
much
on
freedom.
you.
It all depends on you. Like whether or not you
How
win or
much?
fail, like it all depends on you. Like you just have like the space in the room. Like you really, because I feel like when you get to an agency and like there are so many girls that are assigned to major agencies that are shelved and like really are not getting no work.
And
you're
so
not
many of my
getting, like,
friends,
work.
they're like, like sign. I'm like, oh my
Like
god,
you're not getting no type of work, and you're
Nothing.
also like you're signed to this agency, so you're really not even able to get your creative work because you're signed in this contract.
can't even.
And when you're freelance, it's just like, man, I can go out and get me a $10,000 bag right now if I wanted to.
Absolutely.
Or I can go and I can create with an amazing photographer that I've been wanting to work with, like, and I can go get this money by myself and not have to give a percentage of it
and
to
get
anyone.
additional bookings off of that work.
Off of that work
that
that
you
done.
put together,
rather than
by
having
yourself.
everything go through this major agency that is just like, man, if I fuck up, y'all gonna take it away. Like y'all gonna take it away. And whereas like when you fuck up as just a person, like you're still just a person at the end of the day. When you're freelance, like you're not tied to like the business,
But
and
even
the
to,
real
like,
industry
the
aspect
insecurities, because like it comes to like, oh well, you posted this, take that down, or oh well, you created that concept, we don't like that, that's not good for your book.
Or damn, like why are all these?
I'm
other
not
girls
good with
getting
that.
these
I'm not good with
bookings?
rules and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And people
I'm not good
limiting
with that.
me.
I'm too much of a
like
creator,
the freedom.
bro.
I love the freedom
I don't even
of being
like-
able to choose.
I love to create, so it's like when that's and that's why as a model, like I don't really like beauty because for me, I feel like it hinders me to where. I got to lock here, and like me, I'm expressive. Like I'm gonna be doing beauty. You gonna see me like.
I'm not gonna lie though. Let me just say, as a beauty
Absolutely.
girl, I'm like a beauty girl.
See,
but I'm
and
also
but
can
that's
bust
so
down my
fine.
editorial though.
Yeah, and that's why for me, I don't know.
Beauty is like, in all honesty, this is just like a gym for any aspiring model. Like you gotta always be able to tap into a beauty aspect.
Nah, right. That's why, like, not that I can't tap in, but
I mean, of course, but
I was
because, like,
creative
it's
over
beauty. It's
beauty.
giving beauty.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
like
over it.
you always want to, because even like when you have like an editorial shoot, you always want to have at least like 2 to 3 shots out of that. That's like, damn, she just gave a
That's
nasty.
always gonna be. That's minimum.
nasty.
The
That's
beauty
what I'm
is gonna
saying.
happen minimum.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
gonna
not,
get this
I'm
close-up.
gonna give
It's
y'all
gonna be
what y'all
fire.
want, but internally, this isn't me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
And that's
I
what I
love
relate
to
with.
really
Yeah.
see what I can become, see how I can
Yeah.
transform. Like, when it comes to beauty, like, I don't, for me, like, I don't know, like, I don't want to smile. I don't want to give a cute. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be in there like with my hand in my mouth.
I had to learn that
honestly,
in beauty. I had to learn that in beauty because I'm not a smiler.
That's-
I
and,
am
like,
like
you
a
know,
serve face all day.
Yes,
I had to really
yes.
learn like, but you don't have to do
That's so
both. I have to
funny.
learn
Right.
like you can do beauty, but not like always smile, because I just
Right.
be ready to like.
Because they be like, all right, give me the
Baby,
smile.
I'm
I'll
finna
be
give
like,
you this. I'm finna give you this.
like,
I'm so weak. No, but I wanted to say, like, really, that shoot that we did, the shoot that I did with Chad and
The brown,
because I thought it was. I'm saying
for the art show.
It's gonna make me
No,
sound
Is this for the
bad.
art show?
no, it's nothing to make him sing bad. Yeah. That really got me out of my, you know what I'm saying, my comfort zone.
Okay.
and like doing things that I'm not used to.
Yes.
But I loved it. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just like, I want to push myself. I want to da da da.
Isn't that
And I
such
was
a great
scared.
feeling?
Yes.
Isn't that such a
Yeah.
great feeling? Like when you like get out of your comfort
What
zone.
was
and
your-
find
Absolutely.
something that's-
So you said that was your like, okay, I'm really tapping into the editorial
Yeah.
high fashion. I feel like for me, it was when I did a Black Swan shoot. And I really had to embody that character, and like that was like my first year. I was like, okay, I can
love
work with my
movie
body.
references for shoots.
So
Oh
what do you feel like
God.
for you was like, okay, yeah, this is, I love that I can see me in different ways or
Real
be a
quick,
different
real
person.
quick. After
What?
this note, we're gonna go on to another question.
Okay, sorry. We
I
is
feel
talking.
like no. I feel like for me, what is a good? I'm not gonna lie. I feel like a really good shoot. Oh my god, I'm not gonna lie. I feel very like well connected into every genre and every like lane that I am in terms
But
of
I'm saying like,
modeling.
where like you was like, with when it came to like high fashion editorial,
You
where
broke
like you
a
can't
barrier,
really pose,
like,
like
you
you
know?
felt like, okay.
I feel like when I did my art show, I really like, I'm a poser. Like I love to pose and I love beauty as well, but I love like movement.
That's
and
what I'm
really
saying,
into
yeah.
like yoga. So I'm very like, I love incorporating that into my posing. And I feel like my art show shoot I really pushed myself of like, bruh,
Yeah.
you need to go here.
I feel like
You
that's
need
where
to
it's
go
like
to like
when you
these
had to get out your
limits.
comfort
I
zone.
really took it all the way there of like, I'm about to do full on back bends. I was
And that shot,
literally.
that shot that was like overhead. You was like,
No,
this. I was
literally.
like, oh, that's too hard.
I
That's-
literally was
Imani never
like-
posed like that for me.
I'm literally full on like close to the ground, like doing a full
And
back
that's
bend,
what
and it was just
I
like,
love
damn.
that.
But it's,
I'm like in it,
and that's
I'm
why I feel
fucking
like
in
yeah,
this
yeah,
shit
yeah.
with
right
those
now.
type of poses, it's like, oh shit, I didn't know that shit was looking like that.
I didn't know that shit was looking like that.
Because I'll be in a pose and I'll be like, but then I see this, I'm like, damn.
God, that's hard.
Damn.
I love when you really hit a pose though.
I
Like as a model,
swear.
it needs to be like, oh, that shit is.
I know that hit.
No, everybody, you get everybody reaction. They're like,
Right.
I'm like, oh, no, that's
Everybody
What's
pulling out
this,
their
what's this
cameras.
question?
hype me up.
Can I have a little more pink Moscato though before we ask this next question? All right, I'm ready. I only drink wine. I literally don't drink
That's
any type of
why-
liquor. I only drink wine and champagne. So,
Well, I'm gonna do a little tequila when I'm
oh
not.
my
but wine is
god,
definitely my girl.
that was such a heavy
What's
pour.
the
This question is from the Instagram and it's for Chad. Why photographers should stop doing specials?
Ooh. No, y'all need to stop doing that.
Hit
Y'all
another
need to
one,
stop
hit
doing
another
I
that.
one.
feel like it's for bread. Ooh.
It's to get money, but like y'all need to
So
stop
I
doing
ain't gonna
that.
hold y'all. I'm gonna be a
Let's
hip.
chat. Let's chat.
All right, so I'm about to be a hypocrite,
Oh my
right?
God.
Because I'm getting married in September.
Stop.
Drop
Woo,
one for
a
me.
married
Drop one
man.
for me.
Per.
So I'm gonna bust out a special before whatever, because I got stuff to pay for.
I know that's right.
So
See?
I can say
that's right.
I can say that's why people do specials, because they trying to accumulate a certain amount of money in a short amount of time.
There's nothing wrong with
It
that.
is what
There's
it is.
nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with a
But
special.
can I say
here's-
this?
Hold on. I'm about, I
Okay,
think
go
about to
ahead.
say what I said.
Go ahead.
The issue I have with specials, right?
Can I go live on my Instagram right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
The issue I have with specials is, let's say this is all fictional. Let's say I charge $1,000 for a shoot, all right? And then I go drop a special for $200, getting the same thing that people are paying $1,000 for. That's when I have an issue.
That's
I have
crazy.
an issue when people
That's kind of crazy.
when you do a special, it's not supposed to be that person is getting the same
Right.
thing, the same deliverables, the same 10 edits,
Quality.
the same 3 hours or whatever for a cheaper price. Because why that cheapens the whole
Even your work.
the whole
image,
thing.
Yeah.
So
your brand.
if you do a special and you're charging, I'm just say $150, you're doing a special charging $150. That $150 needs to come with $150 worth of stuff. Meaning
Right.
that instead of the 3 hours they got before with the $1,000 package or whatever, they get 30 minutes. They don't get a grace period. They don't get the same 20 edits. They get one edit and they get the option to buy additional. Like, they don't get the same, they don't get a concept, they don't get a mood board. They can show up, it's a white backdrop. They're still going to get the same quality images, but they're not going to get the lighting, the XYZ, because it's like, why would you give somebody something that's worth $600 that's
Exactly.
something for $150? If they're gonna pay $150, it's like they need to just be getting the opportunity to get like a free sample. Basically, they get the opportunity to see
a taste of what you could really
yeah,
get.
the taste of what it.
Yeah.
So if you want to come back, but like if you come back, if you do this full package, you're gonna get the full thing. You're gonna get this, but that free sample wowed them enough to want to come back and spend more money with you.
Absolutely,
it shouldn't be you getting the same 4-hour shoot, whatever, 100 looks. Whatever it may be, 500 edits. I don't know. I'm exaggerating, but by the way, but it shouldn't be that same thing. You're getting that same amount for the same amount of money because it's gonna still take you as a photographer the same amount of time to edit those pictures, to do that shoot or whatever. Whether you're paying for studio time on the studio XYZ, that doesn't matter. Like it's still taking the same amount of time, but you're discounting your service. You're still giving the same quality service, but how you gonna discount yourself?
Yeah,
and
if that's the case, we'll just wait for you to drop a special all the
that,
time.
and see that, and see that.
Right. Like as a model, like I know this photographer for to drop a special every month.
200.
Okay.
So here's the thing.
I'm about to wait into the month to go ahead and book this special. Like, nah, that takes away from your creativity.
Right.
So I want all the photographers to hear this. I tell people this, and I feel like they may not believe me when I say this.
Is this camera on?
Do you?
Is it this camera?
Did you
this
just
camera?
hear their response to that?
Right.
That if that's their response, what do you think the average consumer response is? It's the same
Absolutely.
exact
But
thing.
look,
If I know Chad is gonna drop a $50 special in June every year, I ain't doing a shoot till June of that year.
Absolutely.
So if he's dropping, he's dropping a special, but you only get 30 minutes. The type of the person that there may be somebody out there really wants to shoot with me, but they can't afford the full thing. They're gonna take advantage of that and be so happy that they got to shoot with me for that amount.
Just for that 30 minutes.
But they're gonna understand
right?
that this is not a full shoot.
normal.
This is a 30-minute shoot. That's why
This
I'm only
a
paying
taste.
$100. But I still got to shoot with Chad, and when I ready to do the full thing, I'm ready because I see what it's like.
Right,
But you shouldn't offer the full thing.
Right. No,
For
never.
less.
Never.
Offer something less for less to where it still equates to the same amount of.
Absolutely. They're going to appreciate it. They're going to appreciate whatever you give them.
Right.
Because your quality, the work speaks for itself.
They're gonna be so happy to pay that $150, whatever it is, just to like work with you. That it's just like if you continue like. And I'm not gonna lie, like even as a model, I really do not like when I see photographers
I've
like constantly doing
done
like
that.
specials because
I hate that.
especially
I know
when
y'all
it's like
know
a
one
really
photographer.
good first. Oh my god, girl,
Are we
goodbye.
connecting on that same type of time? Okay.
Don't tell them. But it's like you're doing these specials every single month, but you
not a good
have
look.
really, really good work. Like you have a great quality of work, but like that's making us as models be like,
Nah, because
maybe I need to fall back a little bit.
We're like on Instagram, like who want anybody work for free? You know what I'm saying? Shoot today, every day. Like, you know what I'm saying? I never have a rate. I never have a, you know what I'm saying? I'm just shooting with anybody, everybody. You're not really gonna like value
I love people that
bringing me
like.
on.
I genuinely love people that really just like. They have limits on themselves. Like they have real boundaries that they're not going to cross because they value themselves. I feel like when a person is really just willing to like go and do anything,
It's
like it
not
just takes
genuine.
away the like. It really does. It like takes
But
away
that's
the like
what-
genuineness.
And let's
of
be
it.
That's what
real.
I
We
was
don't
gonna say.
appreciate free things. We don't appreciate people not being exclusive. Like we love exclusivity.
Oh my
And
god!
I feel like
I love
really-
exclusivity.
It's important. It's important to have that. You know what I'm
It
saying?
makes me feel special.
It's a little
like when you come
secret
to me
little-
as a model and I know that you're not out here working with
Nah,
everybody.
facts,
Like that makes me
facts.
like, all right,
Absolutely.
yeah, we finna create
But
some
I
shit.
would say
What?
though,
Yes.
with the sales, like for me, looking at it as like even the people that are buying those sales, those aren't people that can help you create your book. Those aren't people that are elevating your photography. You know what I'm saying? So like those are people
God.
that are just want
Regular
to be a
people.
model, aspiring
Yeah.
model. People maybe
Yes.
even booking for their son's birthday. So it's like if you posting that every month or every other day, to me now it's looking like you just trying to get bread, and that's fine.
I ain't gonna lie, like, and it's like that's the hypocrite. That's the part where I sound
I
hypocrite.
hate that
Why?
we know.
Because all right, so I have a full-time job,
Right.
so it's like I try to not be so harsh on people that do that because I understand like this is your full time. Sometimes
No,
you
that's
gotta
what I'm
make
saying.
something
Like,
shake.
not to knock nobody. No, like, I totally, like, get your bread. But I feel like when you want to be looked at,
It's
on
a sacrifice.
on a business or like on some like big project type of time, they're not going to take you serious because I feel like with you posting so much of sales, you're not even taking yourself serious. You're not even valuing yourself, because the more, I'm saying, yeah, you can get some quick bread, but what about that job that if you put in that work and then the next month you get a 20 band contract or for a brand, you know what I'm saying? So like, I get it. Like, you can't knock nobody game. If that's your way, that's your way. But I feel like on a professional, like some real spill shit. Ooh, can we cuss?
I feel like we've cussed a couple of times.
But I just feel like when it comes down, like if you're really serious on your craft, I feel like that's gonna eventually hurt you if you're doing it consistently.
Yeah, models, I've turned down a lot of things that I needed money right then and there,
but it just
I
wasn't
had to
for
turn
me.
it down because
Because discernment
I'm not
is
gonna
key.
put nothing crazy.
I'm not gonna put nothing crazy. I swear
You're
to
not
God.
gonna see
no.
me.
And I feel like people
You know
do
what I'm
not
saying? With a sex toy,
understand.
like,
Oh my God.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
People literally
Don't
don't
reach out to me.
understand. People literally don't understand. Like,
care.
it does not matter
$1,000.
if I'm like, it could be a month that I'm like, I'm really struggling.
struggling.
I might be really struggling,
Right.
but like my level of discernment, man, when it
It
comes
won't
to
let
this
me do
career,
it.
like
But
it's
it's
not
also,
gonna let me do it.
but it's also like, it's also the fact
I
that
feel like you be like that rent dude, be like, hey man.
That rent is, and
That
the thing
rent
about
is
it is
due,
like the
but
rent
it's
is
due,
due, but like
but
if I
you-
do this shoot,
I
what is
can't.
this
But
shoot
in
about
this
to give me? This is
industry,
about to
I feel
look
like-
bad.
Embarrassed.
Bro, I feel like though in this
about to
industry,
look
you
bad.
can't, you
Ain't gonna hold
your
you.
image is a thing.
I ain't gonna hold
It's a
you.
thing.
I done did some shoots. They might not have been for discount. They paid their full rate, but it have been some shoots. When that
No,
shoot get posted and I get tagged, I go to the options. I say remove as tagged, and I keep it moving. I don't even
No,
care.
no,
I be like,
I go to remove as tags.
I done asked some
Listen,
people. I done asked some people, hey.
So if you've
please
ever
remove
done a
me.
shoot, with Chad, if you've ever done a shoot with Chad and you went and looked at his page and the pictures was no longer on there, know that he deleted it. Okay, he deleted the tag from his page, so you
Nah,
can't
because
see. You know what
honestly,
I'm
I'll
saying?
tell people, I'll be like, hey, I don't really do this anymore, but I'm gonna do it. Like,
Thank you.
But I done told, like, I did it. I'm just gonna hold the mic on here. I did a maternity shoot last month, and I don't do maternity shoot no more. I only did it because I went to school with her, and she's
Oh my God! I was just
she's
gonna
one of my
talk about
fiance's
this.
Neos, aka, and I was like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm trying to stat for this month.
But did you post it on your page?
I
See,
didn't.
but that's
She
what
tagged me though. She
get
tagged
the
me and
so
I got
great.
I got like 10 comment
tagging you?
inquiries. I said, hey, remove me. She's like, I understand.
I said, hey, remove.
Because she already knew that I don't really do it no more. So I was like, hey, remove me from that. 'cause
You
I
know
can't
what's
do it.
crazy? I was gonna bring this up. Like, there was a photographer that I saw, and I was like looking. Like, I had followed him because I liked his work. I mean, fast forward, I've worked with people that it's no shade. His work is better than his, but
No shade,
it's
no
still
tea.
his work
That's
was
no
still
shade.
good. But then he started posting a lot of maternity shoots, and I was like, "Nah, you too good to be posting
See,
these
but
regular
that's what I'm
maternity shoots on
saying.
your page."
That's what I'm
it
saying.
was over.
Like,
Or just like the
look,
birthday shoot.
how do you feel
the
about
birthday
that?
shoots.
How do you feel about that?
The birthday shoots have to stop.
Because
I feel like
I ain't
wait.
gonna lie.
The birthday shoots have to stop.
My
Chad is really over the birthday shoots, so I cannot even add him in there because
feel
he's
like-
so
I ain't
over
gonna lie,
it.
no,
But like the birthday
it-
shoots,
But look at my
Yo.
page. Some of them pictures I posted recently is birthday shoots. So
be fine.
Can I
But
say
they don't be
something?
birthday shoots.
I have to
with
finesse
the,
it
with
into
the
like my
balloons.
brand.
But
Like,
see, that's what I'm
You
saying.
have
Can
to-
I
yeah.
say something?
Yeah.
In this industry, your brand is very
It's
powerful
everything.
and very important. So if you really want to be seen as a top-notch photographer shooting creative, crazy, no one's
I
coming
need
like
to see
me,
that on your page.
I want to see
Absolutely.
that. I get if you
I'm
need
not
some
trying to
bread,
see baby
cool.
mama.
I'm not trying to
Cool,
see a
we
girl
all
in a
out here.
bathtub with watermelon. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm tired of the
Like,
flowers.
I'm trying to see top models.
The
please.
bathtub.
The bathtub.
Wait, what?
let's get to some comments. Let's get to some comments.
Oh no, we need some questions. We need new questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Calvin D said, facts, constantly running specials degrades your brand.
Absolutely.
Speaking to you, Ayreana, he said she's spitting. And then
Thank
Picture Man
you.
Girls,
Thank
SK
you.
Vision said, damn, they throwing shade on my sales. There's an article that says,
No, I I feel like if you're doing it every month or every couple weeks, that's
Damn,
OD.
SK, don't feel
SK.
like we coming for
That's
you.
SK?
And he's also let me call in.
That's SK.
I feel attacked. Yeah,
SK, if you don't go ahead.
SK, don't call
out,
in.
SK.
Yo, we ain't coming for you.
SK. You have, but I'm saying though.
I mean, it's
you know,
not to knock nobody.
No
but
shade,
it's
no
just
tea.
like,
No
it's
shade,
that-
no tea. It's no
Let's
shade.
be real. It's how serious do you want your brand to be?
Absolutely.
Do you want Vogue to come on your page and see that you got a $20 special
But-
posted every
Exactly.
other week? Like, no, you don't want that.
Exactly. Do you want to
It's no
see?
shade.
It's not.
Can I say something right now?
Say
I'm gonna take away from. I feel like this Taylor Port is hitting you. Is it hitting you?
I'm
He
good,
just chilling.
y'all. I'm
I
chilling.
literally
I'm
was
enjoying the
outside.
conversation.
Listen, don't come for Chad.
I ain't,
What's another question?
Damn, I'm
the
I'm
next
sick.
question?
SK photo tax.
How many as you guys model full time? So I guess each of y'all
Yes.
go one by one and answer.
Oh.
For me personally, I really
Sorry,
modeled.
babe.
I modeled full time for a really long time. I feel like I go in and out of it. I have stages a little bit. Like I have moments when I really am like going full force and I'm modeling full time. But because like I've done makeup for almost 10 years. You know what I'm saying? I've done hair for a really long time. So like I really try and find ways to allow myself to get back into that. So like even
Gotta
right
have
now,
them streams.
you have to have the streams. So like even right now, I literally work at Sephora over at Atlantic Station. Don't pop up at my job.
Don't pop up on. Don't pop up.
Don't pop up at my job looking for me. But no, like I feel like it's really important to be able to like it's great to go full force for your dreams, and I love when I'm like really able to live and sustain off of modeling full time. That's great. But like the lifestyle that I want and the lifestyle that I deserve requires a little bit more work.
A little bit more.
And because I'm a female, that you know what I'm saying, I don't rely on a man for anything. I work very hard. So like it's important, if I gotta go clock in, I gotta go clock in.
Okay.
And I feel like because I love being able to like incorporate what I do when it comes to modeling and helping people in makeup and skincare, like all those things, like I don't feel like it's taken away from me when I go to work at Sephora. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
If
really
anything,
like
this making the bag bigger.
it's making it bigger, especially because no cap, and not even, you know what I'm saying, not even to pat myself on the back, but like I'm literally working there and I have a campaign that's about to go in there. So it's just like,
Period.
Okay.
it's
Period.
not,
Okay.
Pat herself on her back.
God
you
is,
can be like, hey, you see me right there?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's all about alignment, and
Making
it's
a
all
bag
about,
always.
it's all about just pushing yourself to be better and allowing
wait,
yourself
say
to
what
be
you
better.
just said.
It's all about alignment.
Wait, no. You
What?
about to be in there?
She
Oh
is.
no, I'm definitely, yeah.
She's in there. It's not about.
You, no, wait, you working in
Okay.
there, but you about to be in there? Say it again.
I'm about to be in there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I just want to talk to one.
Look for me. Imani.
Absolutely.
See this face. You know
What was
you
the
see them
question?
chiseled cheeks when you see
Right.
them, okay?
Period. Period.
What was?
Question is, do you guys model full time?
Okay. For me, so piggybacking off of that, I do model for full time, but with that, you struggle. Especially not being signed, you do have, like I said, you'll have times where you're busy. Like, I'll have people hit me, I gotta reschedule, I gotta push this to that, I gotta switch this, I gotta add, I'm shooting twice a day. Like, it can be on that type of time, but it's also like, then I got a week nothing.
Yeah.
So like that job, that 9 to 5, even though, and as like an entrepreneur, as a self, employed, like it kind of puts you in the face, like, but I know I can be doing this. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's fine, but you gotta fund your dream, and you gotta find ways that can help you really do that every day. You know what I'm saying? So like, I have times where it's like, damn. Like I need to find something, and then it's like I'm good, So it's, for me, I am full time. Like I don't have a second alternative right now, but like I said, it be times where it's like I'm gonna have to see how sharp I can stretch this bread
I
right
definitely
now.
had to learn to accept that. Like I had to learn to accept that for sure, because like the ups and downs when it comes to this modeling shit, especially freelance, it will have you depressed, and it will have you just like, oh my god, like,
Am I doing this?
how
for
am I
a
about to
reason?
make it work? What is it? It almost makes you forget your why of why you're doing it in the first place. But I feel like, once you come to terms with like, if I go and work a 9 to 5 job, but it's something that I love doing,
No,
Like,
right.
I would
That's
definitely
what I'm
suggest
saying.
like find
that's
something that you
perfect.
love doing that you're able to be like, all right, I can get a check from this every couple of weeks. I know that I'm gonna get
or
a check
even
from
how
this.
it taps
But I
into
love
your
it.
modeling.
Yeah, like
I'm gonna speak to the girls that cannot do a 9 to 5. I cannot.
No, I can't. No,
That's
oh my
why I'm
God.
freelance.
Under no circumstance I could do a 9 to 5. Now, what I have done through my modeling career is work at the bar, work at the restaurant.
I feel like that's what I need to
I'm
do.
a server. I'm like, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Because I can, like, coming from Chicago, that's what I really did to, you know, invest in myself.
So you feel like you like doing that more. Okay, because for me, like, I'm not gonna
You
lie,
can
like,
network
even
that
when
way,
I work
you know what I'm
jobs,
saying?
like, I work a job for a couple of months. I'll be working a job for a couple of months, and the second that it starts to interfere
I
in my
swear,
life,
I'm
like,
done.
I'm
Bye.
just like, I literally
Bye.
mentally, like, at this point, I will just check out, and I'm just like, well,
That's
I
why
guess
If I say I
have
got an
y'all-
audition or I
guess I'll
got a
see y'all-
booking and y'all give me y'all gotta
anything. I'm
give
not
me
gonna lie.
something.
Last
I'm
week,
done.
Last
Yeah.
week, girl,
I'm
literally
quitting. I'm
last
walking
week
out,
at my
no say
job,
so.
I had a campaign shoot, and I'm like, yo, I'm like looking for somebody to cover my shift, and they like,
But
somebody
that's-
to cover my shift. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna call out.
Yeah.
So when I call out, my
See,
manager is like,
every time.
well, I mean, this has been a mark as one of your like. I'm like, girl, listen,
Mark it down, baby.
I need to mark it down. I'm like, I told
When you
you when
see
I
me
first
in Vogue,
started.
when you see me,
That's it. I
That's-
told
and
you.
See,
literally.
and that's why it's so
I
hard
always
for
go
me.
into it. Like I always go into a job. Like I let them know off rip. Listen,
Yeah.
modeling is like my
This is
career.
my real
this is like
passion.
my
This is-
life.
yeah.
Anything that conflicts with that,
Yeah.
you gonna have to be mad at me.
I remember I was
That's
working at
why.
Victoria's Secret. I was supposed to be part-time. They had me working full-time hours. I'm like, baby. They put me in there. They were like, look, your
where they
sales,
got
you're not
me.
selling enough bras and panties, whatever.
That's fine, babe.
I was like,
Well, I will see
Let me
you
tell
next
you, that
time
was
when I
the
come here to
last
shop.
time they saw me.
See, but that's why I could never really fully commit to a 9 to 5 because it's like every time I get that job,
Yeah.
I'm booked.
No, that's my problem.
And it's like, what the fuck? I
I'm
just
not
got a
gonna lie,
job.
and
I
I'm
was
really
just
sick.
no jobs.
I'm really sick because this week, like Saturday, I have another campaign, and I'm supposed to be working during that time frame. So I'm like, man, if nobody covers my shift, y'all
Gone. Y'all not gonna see me.
I'm gonna chime in from a photographer
Y'all not
perspective.
gonna see me.
I have a 9 to 5, but I have a set. Like I work 9. I can work 7 to 3. I can
Okay.
work 6 to 3. I can work
You got a
7 to 4.
salary?
I
You have
work-
a very
yeah, salary.
lucrative.
Oh, yeah, so that's not a 9 to 5.
Okay.
Yeah,
It
that's
is a 9 to 5.
But a 9 to
but
5 is
salary
like
is
you're
like,
getting
you
paid
have
every
a
2
career.
weeks.
You're getting
Like-
paid every 2 weeks.
Not like
you being on
you
salary.
making it.
Yeah, you being on salary is like you getting your money regardless.
That's
I know,
right.
but I'm still 9 to 5. No, but I have to work 40 hours.
Right,
I'm gonna
okay.
get in trouble and get fired.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So I have a 9 to 5, but like, it's like honestly, I can say, and I literally posted this on my close friends like yesterday. I think it was a time where, like how y'all say, y'all be booming, hella gigs or whatever. It was some time last year. I would say last year I hit my like top peak momentum of photography where I was like, I can quit my job. I can do whatever. Not trying to like downsize me that I couldn't do it. Like if I had to, I could make something shake. I probably ought to doing these specials too. But I can
bringing it
say
back
that
to the
like
Not
I
bringing
mean
it
like
back to the
if I was full time
specials.
photography, I'd be doing whatever I had to do to
Yeah.
make, because that's the type of mentality I am. But like honestly, on my close friend the other day, I was like, I'm like 100% glad I did not quit my job, right?
Yeah.
Because
That shit come in clutch when shit gets slow.
I'm not putting my business out there. Like it's not. I mean, it's a nice salary.
Okay.
And it's like
Okay.
I was on emotions during that time where I was like, I feel like I quit my job, but it's like at the same time I'm like, bruh,
Oh my God, I've been wanting
this
to
time
talk
like
about
I
something,
don't
like pull out.
I don't know what happened in the world. I guess we are in a recession, and I actually do see that from like I feel that because I had last year I had like a lot of brand clients. I still have those clients, but they're not shooting as often. Why? Because their sales are slower, meaning they don't need pictures as much, meaning that I'm not getting as many shoots. I'm getting them, but it's not the same. Where at that point when I was getting like booked, I was so booked I couldn't sleep. I couldn't whatever. Yeah. Oh, I need to quit my job. It's like, all right, I'm on the downswing. I'm glad I still got my job. Like.
Facts.
It's
That's when
that's
it's
facts.
like. That's when it's like yes.
yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Because when you don't,
I mean,
it's
like
dang.
you have to know when you need to have that like backup. You have to be humble
Right.
with it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
It's
I tell
hard
everybody
for
like,
me.
nah, I
Like,
got 9 to 5. Yeah, I be
like,
stressed, but I mean, it is.
That's
what it
no-
is.
I
Because the thing about not understanding the discernment, okay, the discernment is key. Because when you don't understand, like, and you just allow yourself to be like, all right, like, I'm just about to allow myself to like suffer.
Yeah, see, that's my
I
struggle
can't- I
because
can't
sometimes
suffer.
I will be like, I'm gonna just figure it out. You
I
know
do
what
do
I'm saying?
that.
Yeah,
I do, even
And it's
with this
like,
9 to 5
that's
job,
not
like,
always
I do
good.
have moments when I'm like, I'm gonna just really just figure it out.
But
okay?
that's
And
not
I'm
always
like,
good
It's
to do
not
every
always
time.
good. Like,
Right,
you have to
right.
be willing to be like, okay, like I might need to work
A
little
reality
bit.
check
I
type
might need
shit.
to work a reality
and find
fund.
something that fits in.
And that-
Like I said,
that's
like
right.
Your
you know what I'm
modeling,
saying?
not
Right,
the
right,
job.
right.
Like the job fits around your like that
Right.
needs to fit into the modeling.
Right. Like I said, like when I was in Chicago, like I was downtown, like serving. I was all the people that, were like,
fits.
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like I was
You
networking.
can
I was
network and
getting
connect with
people. I
people.
was getting jobs off of like working there, you know, and I obviously knew I had to invest into my craft. So
See, the
like
thing about that here, though, I'm not gonna lie. The thing about that here, like, and I would do that, right? Like, I love waitressing. I love waitressing because you're really able to connect with people.
yes,
The thing
I be
about
getting
that here, though,
Okay.
and you can get that back.
I see,
But
and I'm
here
just
is
scared to-
way too like
I'm scared.
here is way too small, and
Yeah.
the waitressing industry, especially when it comes to like these bottle girls, it's just not the. It just goes against the brand that I've worked hard for myself for. So it's like really hard for me to like really because
That's where
here
I'm at
I'm not
with
gonna
that,
lie, like
yeah.
I really do want to serve, like because I know that would be easy for me. I
I'm
can
like,
work at night, but it's just not like it's not the vibe for me here. It's
No,
not
I
the
really
it's
feel
not the
you on
energy
that.
for me here. It's very like
No, when I why I sound like this? Okay.
I would say you sound far.
I'm in the next room. Wait.
Really?
Okay.
You
Okay.
did.
Here we go. No, I will say I had the same thoughts because, like I said, I was working in a bar, restaurant. Like I was a server, but like we did bottle service. I didn't have to be in like the little outfits like the girls in the club, like upstairs. But you know what I'm saying. I still did it. But like coming here, I was like. I don't want people to see me like, and I see like my like peers, and I'm like bringing them about. It's something about that don't sit right with me personally, and it's no shade. You could still do that,
absolutely,
but
no
just
shade,
me,
no shade,
me, I couldn't
at
do it
all.
because I just got too much pride. So what I did
It's
was
definitely a pride thing.
what I
But
did
it's
was
also an image as a model.
yeah. What I did was I went and found something in like a different area where I felt like it wasn't necessarily the crowd that I'm around with
Okay.
modeling.
When it comes to the industry.
I feel you.
Okay, I feel like that could be a little more
incognito vibe.
Okay,
So
I feel like
ain't
I
nobody
could
gonna
definitely,
Right.
see me
I'm not
over
a-
here.
I'm not a model
I
for
could go
real.
more
Wait,
like
a little
on the
bit more of
south
the white
side.
folk. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
I
Like
more of like a
hipster
high end.
vibe.
Okay.
Yeah, like y'all not
Okay.
gonna see me bringing bottles out to the table.
That's
It's
why I
not
feel
giving that.
because that's
Okay.
definitely where I feel like for me personally, like
That
I
was a
feel
struggle
like
for a
my
long time when I
my
came here.
Image
Same,
as a model is
absolutely.
very, very important to me.
Absolutely.
And I feel like for me to be seen, like I have no problem working. Like I will hustle and I will have to get it if I need to get it. You know what I'm saying to you? But like I'm not a bottle girl. I'm not
No. I'm not a bottle girl.
face. I'm not a face for the club. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Y'all
did
not
this
gonna see me in a
job.
leotard, and stockings, bringing Hennessy out. It's just not for me.
It's not for me.
It's not for me.
And that's no shade. I swear,
no-
that's no shade.
no
That's
to
our
anybody
personal
but that's like
opinion.
our
Absolutely.
personal opinions. You know what I'm saying? Like for me personally, like I just really. I've worked so hard for people to know me and hold me to like a very high esteem,
standard,
right? So like
yeah.
I feel like for me to like downplay myself
Right.
by doing that just for some bread,
Yeah, I can't do it.
I would rather suffer.
I'm suffering. Instead,
I'm not eating that day.
I'm
and
on
sometimes
Facebook
that means
Marketplace
really suffering.
selling a couch.
You know what I'm saying?
Are we
Sometimes that means
good?
suffering.
Real quick. So that camera overheated, and I want that too. So let's get on one more question and let's try to get into it. Because we're supposed to be done. We're supposed to be done at 8:30. We still
Sorry,
don't.
y'all.
We
Oh,
good.
damn.
We
We
got to build until 9:30.
So
We got
much.
until 9:30, so we good. Too many gems.
Too many gems.
And it made the camera.
Yeah.
Too many
It's
gems.
back.
Okay,
Oh,
are you gonna
wait.
ask some more questions?
Yeah, I'm
though?
gonna ask one more question, and this is kind of like
One more
for
question?
everybody. A few more until we can't no more.
Okay.
How do you balance your mental health and your career?
Ooh, this was a question that somebody asked
Let's do
me.
2 minutes each person.
Okay.
Okay.
This was a question that somebody asked me. For me personally, mental health has been something that I have dealt with and struggled and balanced with for a very long time in my life. I feel like for me, like when I was a kid and I was younger, I wish I knew the name of depression and I wish I knew the name of anxiety because it was something that I really, really struggled with for a very long time. And now, like being a person that like I do feel like I've overcome it, but it's never you just overcome it. It's something that you struggle with all the time. It's always going to have its moments when it comes in. And the way of balancing, especially being in an industry where your looks are extremely judged and you can have extremely low self-esteem. 9 out of 10 models do have extremely low self-esteem and they really lack the self-love and confidence. I feel like for me, when I was even in school, before I even left and started modeling, like I was really going through a real like moment within myself of having to really learn myself. And when I went into modeling, I really realized like, damn, I don't want to be a model that hates myself, but I put on this pretty picture for everybody else. And it was really important for me to dive into me. It was extremely important for me to love myself and to want to better myself. And I really have to balance that by I wake up every day and I do my yoga. I wake up every day and I like really am able to have a level of discernment between like, okay, this is my career and this is what I'm willing to do for my career, but this is what I'm not willing to do for the break of myself and the break of my peace and the break of my inner, like the things that I worked my ass off for when it comes to like my mental health. I'm never going to compromise on anything that makes me feel like I'm lacking of peace. And it's really important to me to like be that and show that, because as models we really struggle with like depression and anxiety because we're so used to putting on such a smile for everyone. And it's just been really important to me to like really incorporate my mental health into my journey of like being a model, because like you can have both. You can have a successful career in modeling and be successful when it comes to like your mental health and how you feel about yourself. Because if you don't feel about yourself like in a good way and you don't really have a genuine love with yourself, it's going to be very hard to continue on with always having to be the smiling face.
Because that shows through a picture.
It really shows through a picture. You could think that it doesn't, but it's going to end up showing through.
Yeah.
So I feel like for me, it's been very important to have that good balance.
I would say I still struggle with anxiety. I'm gonna cap. Like even as a model, you know, being behind a camera, people recording you, shots, you know, so I definitely do still balance that, but I feel like that comes from like childhood stuff, not necessarily like the camera. But I will say like there does be times, because as a model, like it's your appearance, it's how you come to set, it's how you perform. So like when you're not feeling at your best, when you feel low, when you feel not as pretty today, or you know, it's like that affects you and that affects your craft, because that will show on camera. So I feel like for me, like it definitely, like for the type of time I've been on now is like just spirituality for real. Like you have to be one with yourself, and I feel when it comes to being a model, like you have to take that time to live your life. Yeah. Like, you know, like, and you know, like going outside, breathing in nature, or like
you can't get wrapped up in the industry.
Yeah, like just taking those times of like, okay, I'm, because as a model, like I feel like that puts you on a certain pedestal to where like you're not you're not a human. You know what I'm saying? Like people like with Bella Hadid or like hire people that really are up, and it's like people don't see them as regular people.
And I love that. Speaking of Bella, I love that she has really incorporated like her anxiety.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. So I feel like you have to really just, if you feel depressed, if you feel anxiety, if you feel like, oh my God, like it's times where I'll be behind a camera and it's a big booking and my heart's in my chest like boom, 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 boom. But I had to be Ayreana. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like when you take those times to acknowledge those feelings, you get an ease, so you can balance it. So like for me, that's what I do. Like I just like, you know, I have animals, so like I'll take them outside. That makes me feel better. You know what I'm saying? Or like I'll go with my boyfriend somewhere and just enjoy life.
Okay, boyfriend.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, drop that.
Yeah,
Okay, boyfriend.
We here, boyfriend.
Hard launch. No, that's real.
I feel like y'all all know. I mean, most of the people know he be with me.
No, he be with you.
He be with me because
He
he
be
gonna
with
get
you.
me right with that
He be with
content
you.
behind the
He do.
scenes.
He be getting all her
that makes
BTS.
sense. He's gonna make sure.
He gets all her BTS. He makes sure that she's
He's
right.
gonna make
Okay.
sure. So,
Yes. He is.
and I
He
will
is the
say
hype man.
that is, if you're not in a relationship, you know, that's not the end of the world. But I feel like being with somebody that's not in that industry, I feel like
But they
that also
understand,
it
yeah.
balances me because
Absolutely.
like, you know, my schedule may be I have a shoot every day this week and you have to work on your business, but you can be at the crib. So like I'm gone. So it's like certain things to where like I can come home and you like it's like a you know.
I do have a question for those of like that are in a relationship.
Yeah.
She ain't get the same one.
I know it was just
But I'm
it just
done. I'm
hit my
sorry.
mind because
I'll
she
talk.
hit the relationship
What's
shit.
up?
I don't
I'll
know
answer
who's
it.
in a
I'll answer
relationship.
it quick.
I don't know who's in a relationship, but it's just like a relationship thing, like about balancing, like being in a relationship as like
As a
a person
model.
that is like a creative, and you have to really be able to go get it. That's just a question that I really wanted to know. So,
Huh?
Is your man FG and Kicks?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
should
he
probably
he on here for sure. Hey, drop
He on here right
drop it for
now.
FG and Kicks. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to FG.
okay.
That boy said, you know the vibes. He said, you
Shout
know
out
what's
to
going on.
him.
No, but I will say
You better support your girl. You know
I'm
what I'm
on here
saying?
too. Hey,
I will say that's very as a model.
text me right
Because
now.
you know sometimes we may be in something that's a little revealing, or we may be around people that's it's all
You
male.
have to be with somebody that
You
understands.
have to
Absolutely.
yes because
Oh my God.
I was in
Sees
a
it,
past
it's like-
relationship where that wasn't seen,
My first relationship when I was really coming to the industry, they did not understand.
and that's like this the first, but
She ain't gonna answer the question
We're
about mental
ready.
health.
I'm
Okay, I'm
sitting
gonna
here
answer that real
waiting.
quick. I'm gonna answer this
We're
real
literally,
quick.
we're literally just flowing so much in conversation. I
Yeah,
don't
we
even
are,
know.
we
We
are.
are. Okay, I'm gonna just say
Goodbye.
this real quick.
Goodbye.
I also have a strong love for TV and film, so I do a lot of like acting and like, you know, in that world. So I was recently, you know, on a panel with the actor from BMF, and he said this one thing, and it was like, he was like, live your life so you can bring life to your scenes.
Absolutely.
And that really stuck with me, like with acting, with modeling. It's like you have to live life and you have to gain those other perspectives, see new things. So when you have, you know what I'm saying, a script or a concept, whatever, you could tap into things because you're just, you know what I'm saying, an all around, you know, person that has experienced some things, and you're comfortable in your body. You know who you are, you know what you do, and that just brings more life to having that balance of like just being there mentally and then tapping in when you gotta really kill a shoot.
Oh my God,
You know what
I
I'm
really
saying?
like
Yes.
you. I'm not gonna lie. I really like you.
loving the
like
vibe.
no, like I'm loving the vibe. So me and Ayreana have already known each other, right? And like I didn't know you like when I think we met at Chad's show, but we never really like had the chance to like sit and talk.
Yeah.
But like I love when I meet another model and it's just like
that's another
mind
Yes,
meets. You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? Mind
That's a
meets
whole
beauty.
nother
It's very
Absolutely.
important.
Yeah,
It's
for
very
sure,
very important
for
because I
sure.
feel like a lot of models are very like surface level. And
It keep going
yeah,
down.
I really like that. What is your sign?
I knew you were gonna ask
your
this.
sign?
I'm a Sag.
Okay, big fire sign.
Everybody
big Leo
loves
gang.
a Sag.
Big Leo gang.
Okay. My mom's a Leo. Me and her are like this.
Big Leo gang. The fire
love it.
energy. The fire energy.
Yes.
We're like she's a Leo as well. We're
Okay,
really
yeah,
speaking
we're
fire
okay,
energy
yes,
right now, and I
Leos are nuts.
love.
what
Leos are nuts.
I feel like
I'm in disregard.
I feel like you should speak on it as well, Chad.
Cause relax.
I know they can't really hear me, but speaking from our perspective, you're about to be married. I'm married, and we're in those compromising situations with models as well.
love that.
And our partners needing to understand.
Cause y'all do be working with some, you know what I'm saying?
Some people be out there really trying to pop a thing for the photographer.
really trying to pop a thing for you.
I mean, wait, what's the question?
So
How do
she
you
said,
balance? Like, how do you
having a
balance?
partner that
You have to
understands, like,
temptation.
You're going to be in compromising clothing, and you're going to be around male photographers for their case. for your sake, you're around a lot of, for lack of better words, bad
Girls,
bitches.
titties
You know
out.
what I'm saying?
Like, how do you
So,
how do you
Titties
find your
out,
balance
booty
when it comes to
out.
like maintaining your respect for your relationship while also being a photographer in
Right.
this industry where you are dealing with girls that are, you know, of high
Models,
beauty?
Yeah.
Honestly, so I to piggyback a little bit. So my fiance, we actually had this conversation like years ago or whatever. And she basically was like, you know, you were already doing that when we met. So who is she to say, oh, you can't do that anymore or whatever, because that's going to make me, you know, resent her from, you know, stuff I love or whatever.
Yeah.
So, I mean, from that, we had that understanding. And to be honest, like, I don't, not by any of y'all, but I talk so much crap about people I shoot sometimes because they, not that, like, on the back end, they get on my nerves so much where that part of them being a bad BI, whatever you say or whatever, I don't even
see
I don't
that.
even care about that
Right.
because now I have this picture of you because you done pissed me off. So it's like, all of that is like, and she's been on set with me. She's been on set with me, like, light skin Keisha said when she was doing Savage Finney, like, whatever, like, and she has seen how I act in those situations where it's not really even
It's a
like,
professional your job.
it's not
Yeah.
even a thing for her to necessarily think about.
The thing that I will say about you, you're so like respectful and professional when it comes to like any type of like anything when it comes to shooting. And I've shot with you like topless, you know what I'm saying? Like you're so respectful of just like the energy that you bring to a set. And I don't even know like if I've ever said this to you, but it's so comforting and it's so like it makes me feel safe in your presence, and it makes me like want to work with you more because you are so respectful. Like I've never felt like
Weird
damn,
vibe.
damn,
Right.
he's really
You're
tried me. You know what I'm
weird.
saying? Like,
Yes.
damn, you've really tried me, and you've literally seen me like damn near naked. So it's just like when you really find like photographers that respect you, and not only
They're
if they are in a
professional.
relationship,
Right,
they
it's
respect
not
their
a,
relationship
I'm
that they're
trying to
in.
snap you in
It's,
lingerie.
yeah, like they just really respect the boundaries that are set just off of the strength of professionalism. It's very refreshing, and like you do that extremely, extremely well. And I really just want to commend you on
Yes, you do,
Appreciate
Chad.
that. Appreciate
Yeah.
Give him
that.
his flowers.
For sure.
Give me a bone.
Give him a love. Not a bomb.
The second one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I have
yeah.
a little bit more pink Moscato?
It's
Okay,
you
I
asking.
feel like
gone.
it's
He's-
really
what?
going to make it seem like I'm just continuous. Whoa.
Oh, we got a vibe.
It's somebody music. Okay, yeah.
I feel like it's gonna act like I'm continuously asking for like Moscato, but like Chad pours pretty light drinks, so I'm running out quick.
It's kind of out.
He's pouring. He only has one bottle.
It's only Taylor Port left.
Oh well, I guess I'm done drinking because I'm
Yeah.
not drinking Taylor.
It's only Taylor Port.
Damn,
left.
damn.
Oh, she.
I have a little bit.
Taylor Port.
I have a little bit. That was the Boricua jumping out of her. That real quick. That was the Boricua jumping.
Wait, are you Puerto Rican?
Hey,
Period. You're Puerto.
hey.
I swear to
I'm
God,
black and Puerto Rican.
I'm black and Puerto Rican as well. I swear to God. I swear to God.
I got a little white in me. I got a little white.
literally.
We got that
I
Boricua.
swear to God,
No, but it's
I was
giving
sitting
Boricua.
over here. I was sitting over here like, damn,
I
you
see it,
have to be
I see
Boricua.
it. I was
sitting over here like I have to ask her. She's Boricua.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's for the one time.
Yeah, I just
For
knew
the
it.
Boricua Hispanic.
Oh my God,
Okay.
we
Puerto
love the
Rican.
Boricuas. We love the Boricuas.
Period.
The thing about it is, it's the Boricuas when you're like, you have the spice of like, you just are the black girl, right? But then you have that spice of the Boricua too.
That's
I
what
just
it
don't
is.
understand. You
That's
know what I'm
what
saying?
it is.
It's hot. It's
Have somebody talking shit in Spanish in line. You're like,
huh?
yeah, I know what you said, baby.
¿Qué pasa? What is you
Not
talking
que
about?
Como está? He talking
What you
about.
talking about?
FG and Keek, she's got Taylor Port, so you got to see. You know what I'm saying? Make sure she's straight.
oh.
Hey,
Don't do that.
even Moscato and Taylor Port. I
Don't ever try and set her
Oh
up.
my god.
Taylor Port really Hennessy.
Oh no.
Where's the
I had
camera?
teleport. It wasn't that
She
bad.
said, "Where's the camera?"
Taylor Port is like
Pour me
the
a little,
Hennessy.
please. Pour me a little.
Taylor Port is the Hennessy of.
teleport for the first time with my boo,
Taylor Port is the Hennessy of wine.
and
I don't even
definitely felt that.
That's what
Oh, I don't even drink no more like that. Can I just try just a very,
Definitely
Alright.
felt that.
no, like I want like
Here, you pour it.
I feel like wine isn't a like yeah
because the thing about it is I don't even really
like, chilling like
I don't even like I don't
Alright.
even like red wine.
So it's
I'm-
almost 9:15. We got 15
It's
minutes
strong.
left in here.
Next
Let's
question.
go to another
we should
question.
get something to eat after this.
Marquis
I have a
said,
fitting.
"What's next for you?"
I do. I have to.
What's it say in your career? What's next for you in your career, and how would you like to achieve it? I'm gonna start it first because Imani has been taking over all.
What's my name?
Imani.
Oh, okay.
Imani.
Okay.
Like iCloud,
Yeah.
iPhone.
Yeah.
Her name
I be here.
See.
I be
Some
tripping.
respect on
All
her
that.
name.
Imani.
Okay.
I model.
Armani.
I drink Taylor
I
Port.
don't like that.
Anyway, so the question is, what's next for you in your career? How would you like to achieve it? I'll kind of do that. I have no clue.
That's over.
That's a real
And
answer.
all I know is I'm just keeping working. Keep working and trying to figure out what the crap is going on. A lot of people try to act like they know what they're doing. A lot of us don't know what we're doing. We're just every day trying to
figuring
make
it out.
ourselves happy.
Just trying to figure it out, man.
Yeah, and like just kind of move with whatever you're supposed to feel like you're supposed to do. Honestly, I don't know what. Like last year, I had no clue that I was gonna get a major client that made me be like, I ain't taking no bookings for 2 months straight because I was shooting them XYZ and made XY dollars.
Yeah.
Like I have no clue what's gonna happen tomorrow. It's just like I'm just gonna keep working to whatever my aesthetic that I feel like I want to shoot, and hopefully, something turns. But if not, I'm having fun.
Right.
So, yeah.
I would say for me, piggybacking back off of Tiana Parker, like she really put me on to like I've really acknowledged that I'm a very creative. Like I love to see the whole shoot from hair, makeup, outfit, vibe, colors, lighting, So I feel like for me, my main focus this year is to really push myself with my A-book and really see how far I can go with what I love to do. I feel like so not a specific like, oh yeah, this is what I want, this is what I need. But I feel like for this year and hearing from Tiana Parker, like from what she did, like she pretty much dropped out of her agency and was like, I'm gonna just do me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like with that's where she created her own team with her friends and really established like ideas, concepts every couple days, every week, So like for me, I feel like I took a lot of inspiration from that, and me being very creative. Like I really want to tap into that side this year and really see how far I can push myself as a model, but even as a director, or even as like finding models for the perfect fit, So that's really my thing. But I will say regarding my modeling journey, like I do feel like I want to be signed this year. Yeah. I feel like I want to sign. I want to get signed. But like I said, like I want the people that I sign to, like they know I'm ready to work. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to be shelved. I don't want to be like at the interview when y'all interviewing, I'm gonna let y'all know like if y'all sign me today, like I'm gonna let y'all know tomorrow what's up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's really nothing. And I feel like as self-employed, as entrepreneurs, I feel like you don't really have a specific goal. I feel like you know where you want to be at. So it's like whatever comes with that, that's what's going to get done. Yeah. So that's really for me, for real.
I'm next. For me personally, I would just say that I just want to keep growing and I want to keep elevating. Not only as a model, but as a woman. I feel like because that just helps me internally when it comes to the way that I move and handle myself accordingly when it comes to modeling. But specifically when it comes to modeling, man, like I want to be the best Imani that I could possibly be in this field and in this career. Like I genuinely want to like, especially being a shorter model, right? I'm only 5'4". Like
for real?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
For real?
I think I'm
yeah. So like I'm like 5'4", 5'5".
Yeah,
I'm like
5'7".
I give myself the little.
Go ahead.
Oh shoot! Really?
Okay, so we're back on the line.
I give myself the little bit of height. I look 5'5", 5'6", but like internally like I am 5'4". I feel like obviously I don't pose like that. Like I pose
I didn't
extremely
even, bro.
tall.
Even from our shoe, like I didn't even. But you did have heels on.
But I just really want to continue breaking the mold, and I really want to inspire. It's really important to me to give back to my community all around, right? Like Afro-Latinas and Black women and shorter models. Like it's really important to me to like show them that they can do it as well. And I just want to grow in that. Like definitely, I feel like I've been independent for so long and I've done a lot being independent, but like I really do want to be signed to an agency.
Like, to take
and I
it
feel
up
like
to the next
just
level.
to take it up to a next level. And I feel like now I am at a point where like agency representation is not going to do anything but push me further.
Yes.
And it's not going to leave me stagnant, because like I'm not going to give it the opportunity to leave me stagnant. I'm not going to give it the opportunity to shelve me or anything like that, because I will remove myself when it no longer serves me. So I just feel like I just want to keep growing and become better, become a top model in my own right. That is just like, holy shit. She's like, she's made it so hard for everybody else to like come at her or to like take her place and position for what she's worked for. That's just the goal, is for it to be undeniable. Yeah.
I feel that.
What's yours?
I just want to say this one thing for the girlies. When you started off, do not be exclusive with an agency.
Oh my gosh.
Unless you know for a fact that they're going to have you working consistently.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Sign with as many agencies as you can, so you can be working here and there and doing other things. Don't be exclusive. I just want to get that out there. But what I see for myself, like I said, I'm, very into like TV and film. So I see myself going in that direction. I love modeling, but it's always been a stepping stone to tap into greater things that is inside of me. And that means TV and film. I obviously, I was a mom at 18. So, I always was like, I want to provide resources for women, single moms. And what's wrong? I feel y'all.
He was saying come off the mic a little bit.
Well, y'all can't hear me when I'm over here.
Over
here, I feel like I'm in the background.
No, she is far.
Yeah.
Not too far.
So okay, whatever y'all say. But I always wanted to create a business where it was like a collective, for women to have resources who are creative, and don't live practical lives. They need resources. We need, links. We need to know what the agencies are, who's filming, what's going on, how do we tap in, how to make a portfolio, what I need for my comp card. You know what I'm saying? So I always felt like that was the greater goal for me, and that's what I see next for me. And I'm very transparent, but I'm very private with things that I do, because I am a perfectionist. So when you see me just pop out of nowhere, just know I've been putting in work for a long time.
You heard her. You heard her.
You know what I'm saying?
You
The
heard
Boricua
her.
has spoken.
Okay, yeah. My mom's a
for
Boricua.
all.
She's a hard-working girl, and that's who I learned from. So that's what's coming. So
All right.
This
So
was
we
such
got
a great
a
convo.
few
was.
minutes left. Really
For
quick.
real. Sorry.
Imani, I want you 30 seconds.
30 seconds?
What's something, I want everybody to say 30 seconds. What's something you want to leave the people with?
I really just want to leave you guys with in this field, if you are wanting to be a person that goes for creativity, right? Like I really just want to leave you with prioritize your mental health, prioritize yourself, prioritize the way that you feel and you think about yourself. Like, do not allow this industry to manipulate and devalue who you are as a person. Really prioritize the way that you feel about yourself. If you feel great about yourself, it really will reflect and internalize into all the work that you create, and it will make it even better. If I could leave you with anything, like, that is it. Love yourself endlessly and passionately. Like, regardless of whatever this industry brings you, because it's so up and down. Having that love of self will really, it will take you as far as you let it take you, and faith will take you even further.
Absolutely.
Drop a bomb. All right.
Oh my God. I feel like you just said that shit for real.
You got 30 seconds. 28.
Dang.
Don't count me down.
Damn,
don't
don't count us
We
down.
got this till 9:30.
Okay.
It's 9.
I'ma say, I feel like for me, as coming into this realm as an influencer, then to a really understanding and seeing the art of a model, I feel like, how do I want to say this? Ultimately, I feel like never give up. I feel like, because like I said, like as a freelance model in working in Atlanta, especially Atlanta, but hold on. Actually, I'm going to say this because we in Atlanta, and this is what I'm going to leave y'all with. I'm going to say, if a model that you are aspiring to be in Atlanta, you are based in Atlanta, you're working, you're out here trying to figure it out, I will say, one, never give up. Because me coming out here fresh out of college thinking, dang, I just quit, I'm done with college, that set me up, whatever. You never know what can happen. You never know how far you can go, especially if you give up. So I feel like for me, when times get hard, for y'all, when times get hard, like, you got to keep going because you never know. Like, you never know for real. And it's like, even if you feel like you should be further or you feel like you passed up on this or couldn't do this because of that, like, stuff happens specifically, and it really, like, you dictate how you want stuff to go. So
Absolutely.
like, you don't push, it's not gonna go. So I would say ultimately, like, in this field in Atlanta specifically, like, you just gotta keep going. Like,
I'm like about to.
that's what I'm saying. I'm about to cry.
Damn,
We got no time to cry.
I'm gonna say,
No time to
just
cry.
keep going.
My
We're gonna cry afterwards.
Never give up.
I feel so
Never.
connected to you guys.
Yes.
What is it?
I'm gonna leave with another line that has been stuck with me recently, and it's "Fortune favors the bold."
Yeah.
And what that means is
That was hot. Fortune. Can you please repeat that again?
I'm gonna say it again.
fortune favors the bold.
Amen.
Okay, so be who you want to be.
Yeah.
We came on here, nobody had an Instagram until Instagram came up, and then we came on there and told them, I model. And people believed it. You know what I'm saying? So do what you want to do. Live how you want to live, and people will fall in line and respect you how you present yourself. I always say the most important thing to me is my name and how I represent myself. You will never see me out here acting crazy, that's not my brand, that's not me, that's not how I was raised, and that's not how I believe, you know what I'm saying, my life should be. So always do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Don't always try to just take the safe route, because people that just play it safe stay in safe places.
Yeah, you're not moving.
Discomfortability breeds growth.
So grow into who you want to be. Pick a mentor, and you know what I'm saying, model your life after that. See who you really look up to and do things that they do. That's something that I learned as well. Do things exactly how they do. You see an actress that you really want to be like, see where they took their acting class. You see a model that you really want to be like, see who they worked with. You know what I'm saying? So you get to design your life. That's the blessing that we get in this life. You get to design, you get to make choices, and you know what I'm saying? It's all up to you. Don't give up, like she said, and keep pushing to make boundaries, because there was people who did that before, and that's why we do the things that we do. So,
Oh my
And
god!
to piggyback off of,
this is
never
great.
compare yourself to nobody.
Because
Nobody.
everybody's journey is different.
Like us three right here as models, we in the same industry. We do the same shit, but like, you're yourself.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it's so crazy. We're all so different, but like I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm very big on energy. I feel like I feel very connected to like.
But that's the thing too. Like never get
all of our
discouraged.
1 minute.
we have.
1 minute. Go ahead, Chad.
minute. Go ahead, Chad. Break
We
it
gotta wrap it up. We gotta wrap it up.
I'm gonna
Close
close out
us
real
down.
quick.
Go ahead,
Oh
go
my
ahead.
God. Goodbye.
First
y'all.
off, thank you everybody for tuning in.
Thank
It's my
y'all.
first one.
Thank you.
Thank you
I
guys.
think I
Thank
saw
you,
it peaked
thank
at
you,
like
thank you.
50 people at one time, which is a lot to me. I
Yes,
mean, whatever.
that's love.
Hey.
People was tuning in.
My comments before we get out of here is really everything they said. Keep doing you. Everybody can't see your vision. So I will send people, honestly, I will send people concepts that they'd be like, I don't know, but I've gotten a point where now they'd be like, but I trust you. And it comes out like, wow, everybody can't see your vision. Don't let anybody that can't see your vision try to downplay your vision or deter you from pursuing that, whatever concept you got, whatever vision for your business, keep on
They
going.
self-reflecting.
Yes,
Keep
absolutely.
shooting because you're the only person that will understand. Even if somebody may be like, oh yeah, I see it, they don't really understand it till you show them. It's like what Apple says, they don't ask the people what they want in their phones. They show them what they want in the phones. Like you gotta have that same mentality. You gotta show people what they want, and they be like, dang, I want that. Because if you going off of something that's already been done, then like what's the difference about yours? You gotta show what you do and what's different. And they're like, oh, I want that. I want that style. So I'm leaving out with that. We're gonna get out of here. He's about to come and kick us out in a second. Keep
Oh
it
my
rolling.
God. Thank you guys.
Keep it
so
rolling, real.
much.
I hope y'all was really listening because we all done dropped some.
We definitely
Yeah.
dropped some gems. I
Some
hope that
real
you guys
great
really
notes.
were able to take away from like everything that we
hope
just
so.
said.
Yeah,
For sure.
Absolutely.
and that's it. I play part of the song that was on there.
Right. How we get out of here? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Turn him up.
Okay.
Turn him up. I don't know what you're talking about.
I
Turn
know,
him up.
but whatever.
Yeah.
oh, hey.
It's a teleport.
That's
Yeah.
This that Taylor
Let it ride for
port.
like 30 seconds. We cut it off.
oh my God.
Yeah, that shit was hot.
Appreciate y'all.